I ain't got time to say that twice, so you're going to have
to go.
All right. Speaking of having to go, we want to put this thing on the road?
Yep.
Yeah. It feels like we already started. Maybe I don't have to mess the intro up.
All right. Let's see. Good luck.
Oh, man.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Suck bologna sandwiches.
Since the dawn of time, things have happened. People have talked about those things. First with cave paintings, then with language, writing, and art. In our time, we use the internet. From the depths of nerddom come 4 guys who talk about things too. World-famous internet celebrity Justin L., the destroyer of BotCon, bedbugs. The guy that learned how to mow grass in the prison yard, DA. And the customizing powerhouse, Mako Aspire. And Tyler F. And every so often, a man who rejects the concept of catch and release, Justin Catfish. This is Tuber and Alpha.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to TKO Podcast. I'm your host, internet personality Justin L. With me, I have our usual roster of degenerates. Well, not our usual, because one's been replaced, and we have a very special guest also. And I guess let's get this started. We already kind of got some momentum. I'll start in order of most likely to get charges for kidnapping. Tyler Fulcher, what'd you waste your money on this week? Not internet.
Oh my goodness.
Oh my god, somebody wasted his money on a cricket, like MoFi or whatever.
Dude, that is hands down.
Hey Tyler, turn the air conditioner on low.
Tyler,
All right, and next in no particular order.
lick your finger and then put it in an outlet.
Hear me now.
Don't sit so close to the air conditioner, Tyler. It's messing up your Wi-Fi.
I ain't even close to that picture ain't even on. I'm doing good. But I didn't get internet, of course. So I did get in the mail. I got the Fans Hobby G2 Optimus Prime finally. And free with it because eBay was running 2 codes at the same time. I got free the Iron Factory Die Atlas.
Nice.
Nice.
That's a pretty expensive piece.
Yeah.
Die Atlas? The Iron Factory one? No, it's like $36.
Oh, I thought it was like 60 something. It was bigger.
No.
Who cares? All right.
So yeah, there's something else. Something else I got. I can't remember, but oh well.
All right, so next, go on, I guess, clockwise around the screen. We got Dustin. What'd you get this week?
You know what? I didn't really get anything toy-wise, man. I kind of rounded out my MP collection not too long ago, and not much has been really piquing my interest. But I did acquire 3 pairs of new shoes.
Nice.
So
what color Crocs are they?
Those. Fuck a Croc, dude. Dude, I got as much hair on my back as I do my chest. You're not going to see me rocking a fucking Croc.
Well, if you don't have hair on your feet, it's not an issue.
But no, that's all I've gotten this week. I splurged and spent about $250 on shoes. And
damn. That's how much I spent in my entire life.
Still got that big pile of them left over from Auschwitz?
Shut up, man.
Oh.
That's not funny.
No, it's not right now. It's not funny.
Yeah, I guess not, is it?
Oh, yeah, shit.
That could never happen again.
No, right? Oy vey.
Oh, man. All right. right, so next we have Chris. What'd you get this week?
I didn't really get anything. I got a Back to the Future model for doing a custom over top of the Blue Streak or Silver Streak or whatever. I bought a KO from Sirs Toys, but I haven't gotten a shipping notice from that yet. And it's been 12 days.
He's a knockoff shipping company.
No, I think he might actually listen, and he's pissed because we fucking make fun of the fucking shit he sells so much.
Maybe Warpath finally died of exposure in the alleyway, and they're having a funeral for him this week.
Maybe they're a week in mourning or something.
Yeah.
But that's all I got.
That Warpath, though.
I got it. Yeah, I got it on eBay from Japan. I ordered it on the 11th. I had it by the 8th. Yeah, I had it by the 18th.
Nice.
What, a model kit?
Yeah, straight a fucking week.
I'm guessing it's something
that's
DeLorean.
pretty quick.
Yes.
Okay, I don't know what else the hell you get a model kit for from Back to the Future.
Yeah. The fucking GMC pickup that fucking Marty McFly wanted and got at the end.
Yeah.
Maybe the train time machine. You might be able to buy that.
Oh, that's a cool one.
All right, and next, for anybody that doesn't recognize that voice, we have a very special guest this week. We got Darius on. How you doing, buddy?
I'm doing good. Thanks for the invite and starting my vacation for the next month or two. And I'm just going to be a bum around the house. So
nice.
Drink my beer. All right. My pickups for this week is a really small list. I got the SH Figure Arts Cammy, also Armika, the wrestler, and Rashid. And
nice.
Because I'm trying to build up my Street Fighter collection, and shout out to Jason Lowry, good brother of mine. I have some stuff I got to grab from him as well. Some articulator icon ninjas and some other items he's holding for me. And also I got some stuff from Tyler, some the robot arts. I can't even think right now. I'm half drunk. Robot arts.
Good. Welcome to the show.
Robot arts. Tyler, help me out. The
SH Ghetto Art, the Pacific Rim.
Thank you.
The Wave 2.
Yes.
Everyone went crazy for.
Yes.
Nice.
They're nice figures for $20, so I put them in my robot collection.
Hey, you say that you do wrestling figures, do you?
I do a few, just not a lot. I like certain certain wrestlers that resonated in my childhood.
Okay.
And some current favorites. I picked up the last wrestler I picked up was the Elite Ultimate Warrior in the red, white, and blue outfit. So, and also I got the Sting, NWO Sting in the Wolfpack colors.
Okay.
So, but I'm waiting for Storm Collectibles to release that Hulkamania Hulk Hogan.
Well, I can tell you right now, I have no idea what you're talking about. But
I know who Hulk Hogan is.
About a year ago, I bought a large lot of toys, and it ended up having about 20-some wrestling figures in it, a ring, and a bunch of other things.
Oh, nice.
After the show, I will send you a text. I'll hit you up in PM, and I'll send you pics of what I got. And I think it's a lot of, mid-2000 characters, so there might be some stuff in there you might like.
Oh, great. I'll definitely check them out. Thanks for letting me know.
You don't want
no
your
problem,
shit.
Man.
He's being nice.
If it's good wrestlers, I do like
house.
wrestlers.
Hey, you want some Toy World cone heads?
Ain't nobody wanting them either.
What's wrong with the Toy World Coneheads? They did the job for what they were, and now they just basically, the time has passed. That's all.
I have to make a correction to something I said last week. I said that I had for sale all three of the Takara MP Seekers. Well, apparently I sold the Skywarp before I moved, and I forgot. So I only have Starscream and Thundercracker.
So sorry, guy that bought all 3 last week.
I was about to pull the trigger on that, but he told me that he didn't have the Skywarp. I'm like, that's the only one I need to replace all my other ones. I would have flipped the others.
Yeah.
So no go, Tyler.
Just to make toys.
No, I haven't got them yet, but I will.
I don't know. I'm really considering getting the Make Toys ones, because I was just happy with the Hasbro ones, the Takara ones, but those Make Toys ones are looking pretty damn sweet.
Yep.
So I might just have to do it.
Have you held one before?
I held Meteor, yeah.
That was enough to change my mind on that.
It's just, I gotta play the game a little bit. I still gotta be a happy Hasbro corporate employee. You don't want to rock the boat too much, but they can't tell you what to spend your money on. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. But still, you
can't be going around bad mouthing the product.
Exactly. But but I do badmouth the product. Hold on. I do badmouth the product when it needs to be badmouth, because if they don't learn from their lessons and their mistakes, how will they evolve?
Yeah.
So trust me, I'm a big proponent about badmouthing Hasbro when it needs to, but then when other people just like to badmouth it just to be cool, to be funny, I will come at them and just try to straight them on a straightened path, not try to protect the company, not try to be defensive or anything or whatever.
And you're like, act right, motherfucker.
No, you're just defending the truth.
The truth, right?
Yeah, it's not bad. I mean, I got some great figures that are Hasbro, man. I mean, I'm not gonna lie, they're great.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not going to go on a Hasbro, rant or anything like that, but I mean, we all grew up on Hasbro, and at some point, that company helped us become the adult collectors today.
Well, and not only that, we live in the U.S., so that's all you got.
Exactly.
Your toys.
Exactly. And now we reached the president. Now we're able to have the premium adult collectible figures, And then when these adult collectors buy these figures and they see, oh, wow, this is great. That's great. That's what you're paying for. If you're paying $200, $250, $225, $150 for your figure, that's great. You're going to expect some kind of quality and some quantity of your figure. Now, if you're going to buy a Hasbro toy, which is made for children, remember, children, adult collectors started critiquing these toys thinking they're premium figures, and that's where the problem comes along, I mean, as for $20 Marvel Legend figures, I think some of the figures that we produce are bloody brilliant. And even some of the Transformers figures that we produce for Powers of the Primes or the Generation lines are great. Perfect? No. Good? Yeah. For what it's worth. And
I had a lot of fun with Combiner Wars, man. I'm not gonna lie. This shit was fun.
It was fun, exactly. They're fun and they're gimmick, and then you can play with your toys and have fun with it. But when the adult collectors come and start and try to critique it and compare it to a third party, and all of that, you can't. It's two different scales of things.
Fucking hail Hasbro, bud.
Exactly, hail Hasbro, motherfuckers.
It's classism, is what it is. Classism.
It is exactly what it is. Is they reach to the point that they feel elite, or they feel like, well,
I hate elitist nerds, dude. They're huge on my radar, dude. I hate them.
They are ruining the fandom as we speak. From Star Wars to Transformers to everything. It's just like
FW.
Man, I really think Star Wars has gotten worse than Transformers.
It got so worse. It has gotten worse. And Transformers, the latest Transformers fans are kind of behaving themselves, but they show their fucking asses here and there.
Man, we've managed to keep politics out of Transformers. I ain't never seen anybody say feminist or SJW in a Transformers fucking thread. Not yet.
Not yet, but it's coming.
We'll find that.
Oh, you're right. There is some fans who don't like the IDW storylines when Morty meets the Eye started, and then when Cyclonus and what's his name? Tailgate.
Tailgate.
Yeah, it's like have their kind of bromance and everything.
They started bumping uglies.
No, they don't do that.
They don't do that.
They started touching exhaust tips.
Hey, a little bit of spoilers. Cyclonus tells Tailgate that he loves him in this latest comic. So
I love you, Tyler.
Oh, thanks, Tyler. I just wasted $4.
I love you, Tyler. What does that have to do with anything?
Yeah.
But anyway, there is a lot of politics in the Prime comic. I just finished reading through that, and it's heavy-handed with what they're putting out. I mean, they do it in a okay way. They're not preaching, but you see where they're doing.
Yeah, but we're not famous for it like the Star Wars guys have been lately.
True.
Though, it's so just the way it's written on top of that weird the way it's colored is just off-putting to me.
Well, don't worry. After August, it's gonna be all rebooted, so you'll be fine.
I'm kind of sad about that still.
But it has to, because I mean, Hasbro is following what the fans have been saying because they want something new and different with the G1 characters or with Transformers in general, and that's what we're trying to do. We're cleaning the slate after so many years of trying to doing the same things or doing this and that. It's starting with Bumblebee. It's going to start with IDW after the Unicron saga ends. And we'll just see what's out there. And I'm kind of hopeful for it because I really like what they're doing with Bumblebee. I wish I can tell you guys more, but the NDA, of course. But I think...
Bullshit! You can tell us a lot.
Hey, Darius, excuse my ignorance because I don't fucking talk to people. But what role do you have at Hasbro?
Oh, currently I work for the Marvel brand, so I design a lot of the Marvel toys, and I also do what we call research and development. So new future toys that's coming on in the pipeline. Mm-hmm. That's I work for that department as well with some other.
Kind of like in the movie Big when they're sitting in that room and they're like, this is the shit's new, and they give it to some kids, kind of see how they react.
Yeah, I was gonna say
people in the room and.
Do you get like a little corral with the kids in it? You got the two-way glass. You fucking watching them play with the shit.
Well, I don't do. No, I don't really get. I don't be a part of that part of the process. Sometimes,
but they do that, right?
But they do that. What they do, but not exactly like that with the two-way mirror. They used to do something like that when the marketing focus groups. When they take the toys out for marketing focus groups, they'll do that. But in Hasbro itself, before it goes to the marketing group, what they do is they do a Hasbro Day of Play, right, with the employee families and children. So they'll come to
bring in the kids.
They bring in the
employees.
Kids. Yeah. And they sit down with them.
They have a family fun day where they have a little cookout in the parking lot.
And, and they play with the toys. And, at the quarters and see what their reactions are, and they take notes. And it makes changes depending on what the kids say and how they react to it. Then after that changes are made, then they will bring it to the general public focus groups and see what they think about it.
But y'all motherfuckers are doing child labor. You got the kids in there working a fucking job, playing with toys.
That's
they get free toys. They get free toys. What are you talking about?
Oh, they get to keep the toys.
Not those toys, but they get to keep some toys.
Okay.
Not the new toys that's not out.
They don't need to
so they got to get the old toys. Fuck that.
Current toys that's in the market.
When do you start the 38-year-old testing for the product?
Unfortunately, we don't have that testing yet.
You need to. That'd be awesome.
This is actually kind of fucked up because a huge majority of the people that are buying, like the Marvel Legends and Transformers and stuff, are people like me. I mean, how many times I've bumped elbows with other fucks like me in the toy aisle, scanning the shelves.
Yes, the Marvel Legends, we don't do that stuff with the kids because we know it's mostly teenagers and adults who buys the Marvel
Well,
Legends.
and the line's already out there. It doesn't really need to be like researched anymore. They just need to put out the characters that people don't have yet. That's all they have to do.
Exactly. So that it pretty much runs smoothly. Like Star Wars, like the small 3/4-inch Star Wars, and the kind of the
all we gotta do is press out Boba Fett eventually, and everyone will buy
it. I guess.
They did put out a Boba Fett. That thing immediately resold for $50.
Which is crazy.
Oh, the Black Series one?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, dude. I had a stack of them at one time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I should have kept all those because they showed up. There was like 9 of them at my Target one time.
The clear Walgreens exclusives and everything.
Yeah. I was like, eh. And then all of a sudden, they just all vanished. And they're like, oh, $50 and plus shipping.
One time I made a killing on Star Wars toys. When that Black Series shit started. Dude.
Scalper.
No, I wouldn't scalp. I just buy a few of the figures that I knew that would be probably chase figures, and I sat on them, and they were part of my own collection. And then eventually, I just moved them on my own, and was like, I sold them for their current market value.
It's always nice when you buy shit and you don't intend to sell it, but it ends up being really
the Millennium
valuable.
Falcon DNF, the big motherfucker. I acquired one of those cheap as fuck, and I got a huge chunk of cash for that.
Yeah, I know some places it's like $500 and up now.
Nice.
Oh yeah.
So Darius, how did you get into Hasbro? How did you get into there? Did you just apply or
online?
Monster.com.
Well, I went to school in New York. I'm originally from New York, and most people doesn't know. I went to school of fashion. Started school in the School of Visual Arts for illustration and animation. Then I switched to go to Fashion Institute of Technology. But unfortunately, my majors there was they didn't have anymore, so I had to switch majors. So I went into toy design, fashion, and engineering. So I have I have a degree in toy design and engineering, and a minor in fashion. So they have internships at FIT. So I started doing an internship for one summer for Hasbro, and I started building bridges and connections from there. But I didn't immediately work there. By 1997, it's a long time, right? I went to.
It's only 4.
Oh my God, Jesus Christ, Tyler.
Tyler, you were barely a nut stain in your mom's drawers then.
So I was 21 at the time. No, 20, 97, turning 20. And I started doing some quick internship for Toy Biz. And then from then, they said they liked my work, they liked my work ethic, they liked my designs, and I started working for Toy Biz. So from 97 to 2006, I was a Toy Biz employee. I worked on the Spider-Man Classic lines. I worked on the original Marvel Legends line. Dave Bonner was one of my heroes and my mentors. The great Dave Bonner, who works for Mattel now, and there is I would in all those lines. And then by 2005, Toy Biz was reaching its end stage with everything. Marvel was done with it. They was gonna sell it, or they was not gonna sell it, but they didn't want to continue with the license anymore with having Toy Biz with it, because Toy Biz owned Marvel for a long period of time in the 90s, and then when Marvel got back at its feet, it kind of bought Toy Biz and separated it from Marvel. And so by 2006 is when Hasbro got claimed of the license, and they started poaching Toy Biz designers, because Toy Biz started doing really bad stuff, bad designs, bad toys, like the Impact Wrestling figures.
Oh, God.
Toys, yeah. It was just bad. So Dave Honor, me, Jesse Falcon, the White Stall, we all left to go to Hasbro at 2006.
A player decision.
Mm-hmm. And the rest was history. So back then, didn't work on the Marvel Legends right away. I was still in research, and they put me in research development, and I, worked on different like crossover figures, like the Transformers and the Transformers crossover Transformers Marvel figures. I did those with some people. I did a
couple of those are pretty cool.
Yeah, the theme Mr. Potato Head, like Spud Vader and Spider Spud and Luke Skywalker and stuff like that.
I thought you were talking about the Star Wars Transformers crossover.
Oh, I did those. I did those, yes, and as well as the Mr. Potato Head.
Some of those were junk, by the way. Just throw that out there.
That Clone Commander, that was good. I like that one.
Thank you.
And I got Star Wars Fighter. I got the Darth Vader TIE Fighter.
And my favorite one was the Obi-Wan Jedi Fighter Transformer, and I like.
It was cool without the backpack on it.
Yeah, but it's at that time that's how it was with the engineering and the technology. We come a long way now, so we can probably do it way better if we do another crack at it. Which there is talks we might do another crack if the Millennium Falcon, Hans, and Chewie says, well, we'll probably do more. So we'll just see. And
is that yours?
No, I don't really do Transformers much anymore. Okay. I help with the engineering, throughout the years. But, I've learned that Transformer fans are crazy.
Yeah, they are.
Oh, yeah.
And the last thing I need that they find out that I designed some of the Transformers, and, it's just relentless. Yeah. So I'm glad that I was able to work on other lines that people can appreciate and not shit at the same time.
No, I meant, was the original one yours?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Only one of those I ever had was the Darth Vader that turned into the Star Destroyer. That was pretty nice.
I got a bunch of them in the bin box for the fucking customs.
I sold mine. Mine are all gone. Yeah. I was never really into them. That's two like franchises I really didn't need to mix.
Yeah.
You know what it was? It was first when they did the Transformers Marvel crossovers, because Hasbro was kind of like they wanted to do a better version, because Toy Biz did these what are they called, something shapeshifters.
Well, first of all, I can't remember the last time I've seen a Toy Biz logo on anything I bought. In a long, long time.
Yeah, this is way back in 95, 96.
I had all that Spider-Man shit when I was a kid.
I mean, I still have a lot of my old Toy Biz toys back in the day before
Didn't they do like the Terminator 2 toys?
Kenner.
Oh, Kenner did them.
Yeah.
The one with a giant dick launcher?
That was the Punisher. Yeah, that was the Punisher.
The Punisher, yeah.
That was the Punisher shapeshifter, where he turns into a gun like Megatron, but in mid-transformation mode, the nozzle of the gun will be right hanging on his crotch like a crotch rocket.
Cool.
Yeah.
Didn't that one get canceled?
Say that again, Tyler?
Did that one get canceled?
No, they did make that.
No, it got released, bro.
I had that thing.
Yeah. It didn't. I mean, it's because of the if it would have gotten canceled if that's where the nozzle was left off the end when he becomes the Punisher. Yeah, that would never fly. But people were just playing with it, and they just left it right there instead of tucking it in, And so
scatter shots like that. Is it Scattershot, the Computron, the main guy? What's his name?
Yeah, Scattershot.
Yeah, he's got a big old peener too.
Yeah.
I used to do that when I was a kid too. I thought it was funny as hell.
Darius.
Yes.
You're probably one of the most interesting persons that I've seen or listened to on the show. But
thank you, sir.
We do need to move along a little bit.
Oh, let's move it on.
Yeah. What did you get this week?
I got a freaking Hot Toys Ed 209.
Ooh,
nice.
It's you.
Yeah. I had a bunch of NECA, the Terminator versus RoboCop, the RoboCop. I had the Ed 209. And I'd never opened any of that shit. Like, I never felt like I really like looking at it through the box, but I never really felt like opening it and messing with it. So I just sold all that crap along with like some other stuff and bought this masterpiece to go with my RoboCop that I've already had for about 3 years. And it is a really amazing piece.
I have the NECA 9-inch electronic Ed 209, and I love that thing.
Well, I picked up I had that one.
Does this thing blow that out of the water?
Well, this thing's huge, dude.
It takes up like a whole square of a depot.
It looks real. Like, if you get up close to it, it looks like real life. Like, it's amazing.
What's that set somebody back?
It's normally about $400, and I waited for an eBay coupon for 20%.
It's like a house payment.
Yeah.
That's a car insurance payment, man.
It's not like my house payment.
Where
I
live, it's a lot more than that, bro.
Ooh.
But like I said, I offset a lot of that cost by selling all those old figures I didn't actually use. So
yeah, we all do that. I understand that.
It's like I had the Pacific Rim figures in a box in a giant crate. I had the NECA RoboCop. I had some Terminator stuff. And I never opened any of it. And some of the stuff I've had for like 5 years or more. And I'm like, I'm going to sell all this shit. I'm going to buy one thing that's really expensive I want.
Dude, some of that stuff fetches some big coin, though.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I got like $800 for the lot, dude.
Mm-hmm.
That and a little bit of the chug.
Speaking Pacific Rim, I'm assuming you got the new movie yesterday.
Yep, I haven't watched it yet, though. I was going to watch it tonight, and then we ended up recording.
Did you get it on the 4K high def or whatever?
Yep.
Of course you did. Are you going to watch it with your Ocular Rift and fucking jerk off to it?
No, because the Rift actually is below HD. It's not very high resolution at all.
Oh.
I'm going to watch it on my big-ass Sony.
I have to say, it looks phenomenal in 4K, dude.
The first Pacific Rim was amazing in 4K. I don't even know if that shit was filmed in 4K.
Yeah. The first one looked great. But it was very dark in that movie, where the setting is, but this one, it is more happening during the day. So
Tyler, let the chipmunk go.
Fuck, it sounded like somebody kicked a dog.
Yeah, what was that?
I actually prefer like a darker, gritty film myself.
Oh, no, not a gritty. It's not the dark and gritty, not that. I mean, I love gritty films, too. I meant dark, like in the atmosphere, like it was... A lot of the battles happen at night.
Mm-hmm. See, I love that. I actually like the battles at night.
Yeah, I like that. But it's easier for them to do that, too.
Well, yeah. And technology's gotten a lot better since that first one came out, too. And that first one was actually, I call that a hallmark for...
You do the first movie,
Thanks.
And you have the multi-million-dollar budget. And then when it does good, you do the next movie with a bigger budget and do it at daytime. Because it's cheaper to do in the dark.
True.
It's easier.
Shout out to every show on the CW.
But anyways, I got the Infinity War SH figure arts Iron Man. He's pretty amazing. He's a great little figure. But the more I mess with these, the more I wish that they were just Hot Toys or something. But then again, I got 5 of them on my desk, and they cost less than one of those, so I'm still sticking with these for now. And I got a broken knockoff Diatlas with a broken shoulder. That Tyler hooked me up with.
Sorry, I didn't know.
Yo, I didn't know either, man. I looked at the picture before I said to pick it up, so.
Now, is that the one that Tyler acquired when he was like, it's the blue one?
Yeah. All right. You know what? All right. We thought that we were doing the fucking, but I was looking at the picture that the guy had on the internet, and every single piece, part, and everything was either flipped over to a side or photographed from an angle that you could not tell it was not the original.
You got.
It did, because the wings have Autobot logos on the non-bent side. He had them both flipped over upside down, which from the back they're identical. The guy took the picture from the bottom up. You could not see the head of the figure. The biggest giveaway is the head. So like Tyler and me thought we were fucking this dude hard when he comes out the goddamn corner of the fucking alleyway and raw dogs the shit out of us.
Nice. You guys fucking deserve that.
Yeah, we do. That's why I ain't mad, dude. I appreciate a hustle, and that's the most I got hustled in a long time.
Does it display well, though?
Yeah, it does in modes that don't involve having to put the shoulder back on.
Is it how, like, you never sent me pictures of it in hand. All the pictures I've ever seen of it was the actual pictures that he put up. So
yeah,
I don't know.
You just shipped it straight to him from him, right?
Yeah, it's like 90%. Like the head is gold chrome, which is way off, but you can't see the head in the photos they took. And it's not like the head tucks in or comes off. It was there, but he filmed it so that the chest was in the way. You couldn't see it.
Yeah.
Whoever was selling this, I think, was like fishing, like hoping somebody would be like, "Hey, I'll give you $100 for it."
He either knew what he had, or he was completely fucking oblivious, and it just kind of turned out that way.
Them photographs were lucky because anything that could have given it away was flipped over to the other side or viewed from the wrong angle to see.
No,
just assume you got.
The light blue on it. Also, I got looking at it. The light blue gave it away too. After I got looking at it.
Well, what gave it away is when I picked it up and looked at the face and it was fucking gold chrome. I was like, what the hell is this? But you know what? It's still a fun thing to mess with, and I got about half an hour's worth of enjoyment out of it, which is about what you get out of a $40 hooker. So.
Or just a $40 figure in general.
Yeah, pretty much.
You fucking transform it from bot mode to fucking
alt mode. Let's get moving on now.
Shelf.
Let's get moving on so we can burn through the news and get to the fun part of the show.
Right.
So starting off with the news, we have Hot Soldiers Legend Scale, Cliffjumper, and Hubcap. And they make me wonder why other people can't do a good Cliffjumper from the front. Because if you look at the back, it looks like one of them plastic Easter eggs.
It is hollow as fuck. But
so am I. I'm empty inside myself.
Yep.
No, shallow and hollow is not different.
From the front of this, it looks like how someone would like get in a cardboard box and like stick their head and arms out of it, out of a cardboard box, like a refrigerator box. That's what it looks like. So it still looks good, but
I think it looks good. I wish if they would scale this crap to go with the DX9 stuff, I'd buy it.
Right.
It's okay. Too big. I don't think I'm gonna skip this because
you weren't gonna buy it anyways.
I thought about it until I saw the that other one, that smaller one.
Now if they make all these little fuckers, I might buy them. I might buy a box set for $100. It has like 8 of them.
What's the story with the giant rocket launcher thingy?
That's from the.
That's
his
first episode.
Is it not his glass gun? His glass blaster, or whatever you call it, the gas blaster.
I'm the gas blaster.
It's the gun with the sights that he had Megatron in the first episode.
Yeah.
I don't know what it shot, but that's what it is.
I just don't pay attention to much Autobot scrap in general, so.
Oh, jeez.
Junk. Hey, you got to have one guy that's just the bad guy in general, and that's me.
Yeah, you are a bad guy.
Thank you.
Well, as we were talking before the show, and put a lid on it quick, the picture included here shows the Hasbro Legends Roadburn, which is Chase or Freeway or whatever the fuck the body is. Yeah.
And it looks fucking terrible.
Well, yes, but it scales with these.
Oh, yeah.
So, you know what though? That was a fun little figure though. I have him. Like I actually kept all the Legends chugs because the Legends have been a lot pretty on point for the last couple of years.
Mm-hmm. But you know what the funny thing about Worldborn is that his alt mode, he looks like fucking Cliffjumper.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You know, that's what Cliffjumper should look like.
They did that on purpose.
Of course they did that on purpose.
Why didn't they do Cliffjumper?
The Inside Man said they did it on purpose. Just want to go on the record.
Well, yeah, they did it on purpose because they don't know when they are going to release Cliffjumper in Power of the Primes line if they are, or they're gonna wait to the next War for Cybertron line to do it. But for people who likes to customize and make their own version, all you gotta do is just swap the head and just repaint some parts of them, and you got them.
Been there, done that.
What was this guy's G1 name again?
I believe it's Chase.
Chase? Yeah. I mean, I like having it Chase. I wish they did their throttle bots, the rest of them, the rest of the
Yeah.
I think they're planning to do more of them down the line for the Legend class for the next series. So
Chase was an Omnibot, wasn't he?
No.
Was it Throttlebot?
Throttlebot.
Throttlebot.
I can tell you right now, whoever did the tile work in the background of that photo is fucking terrible.
Thank you for your insight, Dustin.
Dude, I'm just the guy that has no idea what he's fucking doing.
But these things
right now, it's terrible looking.
These things do look really good, though.
Guys. And they are being sold together as a set.
For $20?
It's probably going to be $35.
For Bumblebee and for Cliffjumper?
No, for Hubcap and Cliffjumper.
Okay. Gotcha.
Those are both the same mold.
Yeah.
Mold mates. So who besides Chris is buying this?
I don't know. I need to see it in person before I make a final decision. But so far, Make Toys is still the one I'm planning to get. I already pre-ordered.
They do look kind of fucking derpy, dude.
I'm not feeling the back so much.
It's gonna be cheap as hell, though.
Yeah.
Fuck the back, dude. Seriously. Fuck the back when it comes to any figure.
Yeah, but they ain't got no ass, Dustin. You don't like stuff with no ass.
I'm not.
That's true.
I agree with what JL just said. I'm not trying to be like super picky because trust me, Hasbro Transformers are just like this too in a lot of cases.
Transformers are the best, guys.
But it just feels. I don't know. It just feels lackluster in a sense, you know.
Mm-hmm.
The head looks good. The gun looks good. The alt mode looks great.
I love the alt mode, dude.
Yeah, and I'm gonna play with it a lot. You know, I'll probably get it just to have it around.
I'm gonna do that after the show.
I have the B, and the B is awesome. I mean, it is hollow in the back, but I mean that's because of the transformation and whatever. Right. But it's a cool little figure for $20.
Yeah, so for $30, listen, if people can pay $20, $10 to $15 to $20 for a Legends class Transformer from Hasbro, then by all means get this. You know, it's pretty much the same.
I mean, hell, Impossible Toys tricked me into buying a Cliffjumper. I had to go grab him after watching this shit. I've got him in my hands right now.
So is this actually fucking news? I mean, what the fuck?
What do you mean?
You didn't know it 5 minutes ago, did you, Dustin?
No, I didn't. It's news.
All right, it is news. Anyways.
I got just like Diatlas.
Moving on, we actually have a product shot of the Magic Square Drop to Gangbang, or whatever the fuck it is. They didn't even try to get English.
What a goddamn name.
But it is their Legends Inferno, and they still have not released anything yet. They've cornered the market on
anticipation
renders. Yeah, they cornered the market on renders.
But the character on the box looks pretty fucking weird.
That's the dude from season 3, man.
That's when they shrunk them and they used them as they thought they were toys. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Oh fuck! That one weird episode where I was like, I'm skipping this fucking thing, dude. When it got that far into G1, the shit started getting stupid, fucking hokey and quirky, and I just got out of it, dude.
Tell us how you really feel.
80s cartoon. 80s cartoon for you.
It's like they were just fishing. They were just like doing anything they could.
Dude, I think the whole point of this episode was to make you think about yourself and playing with the Transformers.
You never know.
That's right. I remember that shit now. They were small. They were
Dustin
giants.
Just played with Weave when he was a kid.
Well, I can't make a final decision just from the box, you know, and 3D renderings. I got to see more than that, you know.
Yeah.
especially from a brand new company I never really heard about. You know, and
anyone know a price?
Nope.
$700. I don't think they're going to be expensive. I don't think it's supposed to be anyway.
They should be like, I'm thinking 60 for the two.
No, this thing is tiny.
So?
It better not be 60 because
BBTS clearance.
Maybe 45, 40. I think, but again, when you look at a lot of the Iron Factory stuff, they're average between 30 to 40. So these are two that comes in a package, or just one each?
And that says "or" on the box, so I guess they're being packaged separately.
Yeah. So then 30, 35, I'll say.
Yeah, 35 or 40. I might go 40 if they're as amazing as they look.
Mm.
All Legends figures should not be more than $30. I'm just saying.
I agree with you.
Yeah,
but you know how it is. But you're not paying. You're paying for the shipping. You're paying for the import tax.
You're paying for camel unfiltered.
So that's why it gets tacked on. And then plus they
know for it not to be rained on like DX9 Gabriel.
You're paying for the space that it's taking away from the sex slaves that they bring over on the boats.
Oh my god, dude!
The slave labor.
But yeah, I might buy this. If it is $60, I'm not buying any of them. I'm sorry, I'm not starting another Legends line that costs me even more.
No, some of them are ridiculous. Like that Scorponok, which is like $75. That's crazy. That thing, the Scorponok should not be more than $45.
I agree.
And that DX9 Hulky, which is $150,
that
thing is nowhere near $150.
Nope.
Worth.
They should just be giving all this shit away.
No.
So, JL, are you saying 60 for the set, or?
I would pay 60 for both, but I'm not paying $60 a piece for them. I doubt you would too.
No.
I already got a masterpiece one. I only pay like $100 for that bitch.
Yeah. Grapple really isn't that much of an important character anyway.
What are you trying to say, man? I like Grapple. Grapple's my dude.
I like Grapple better than fucking Inferno.
Because Grapple made that tower, made the solar tower with the Insecticons.
Yeah, but all they did was whine and sneak around behind Optimus. Whatever, we're getting too far into this. Let's move on.
I like the way it says his age is 16
fucking
and up.
stupid yellow bumblebee type looking thing?
You hush,
a fucking train.
You hush, because I'm buying this Hearts of Steel.
Oh,
it's a Hearts of Steel.
I'm in on that because I love Hearts of Steel.
He's cool. Look at him.
Look at how happy he is.
I don't even know what this thing is and what character it's supposed to represent. But what in the fuck?
It's from the Hearts of Steel. It's a scenario where the Autobots were awoken during the industrial, not even then, during the fucking back when they were trains and horses and shit.
Some comic shit that I haven't read.
And
find
the trade paperback.
I'm hooked. I want to know more information about this.
You need to read it.
Awesome.
Wasn't this Dreamwave? Okay. Wasn't this old enough to be Dreamwave?
I think it was Dreamwave.
No, this is IDW.
Was this IDW? No, it was IDW. Yes,
it was IDW. Because there's a comic that came out, and this is not. They said something. It's not actually Bumblebee. His name is actually Centurion, so they might get slammed
I read that,
for this.
Yeah.
So it's I had a difficult time understanding it because I thought it was Bumblebee, but then he shows up from nowhere and he's like, "I'm Centurion. I was a robot and a human."
Yeah, he's a human mind inside a robot bot. I just learned all about this.
Oh yeah,
the Prime comic.
Mm-hmm.
That was that crossover. I hate the crossovers so much. I read that.
Yeah, I don't. So then, back in the comic where everyone thought this was Bumblebee, it wasn't Bumblebee.
Well, it's Bumblebee to me, damn it, because it was Bumblebee and Hearts of Steel.
Hearts of Steel was Bumblebee.
Sounds like
look at that happy motherfucker.
I need to be doing some reading. Some of that reading stuff.
He's happy like he had two dads or something.
I totally recommend you read it. It's a great read.
And this figure looks great. That little train. I love
Dude,
that.
I'm the type of guy, when I get a letter in the mail, I just hand it to my wife and I say, hey, honey, help me with this reading stuff, will you?
Dustin, usually when you get a letter in the mail, it's dropped off by a sheriff.
No, dude, they do a lot of certified postal, stuff. But yeah, numerous times I've been here, honey, help me with this reading stuff. They use big words, and
I like how the hammer fits perfectly in his back right there. It's just and it's all like, it's just symmetrically perfect.
And
if
this is the same company who is making the Cliffjumper and the Hubcap that we just talked about.
And if this is legend scale too, then this should be cheap. It should be in the 30s and 20s as well.
Yeah.
I'm in on this. I hope they do more. I really hope they do more of them.
Yeah, because this is a property that I don't need Masterpiece of.
No.
Right.
I would love one little tiny shelf with these guys on it.
Yep. And
I would buy a Cliffjumper of this, even as it doesn't exist.
I got the MMC Optimus train from that fucking old line.
And I wish they continue with it, because I was hoping they did the Megatron warship.
Oh, that would be awesome.
The Shockwave and
I do have the Shockwave too. That's right.
Yeah, and all of them look so great, man. They all look great. Even the Tetrajets.
The trains. That thing.
Go ahead, Tyler.
Tyler bought that train out from under me back in the day.
At TFCon?
Yeah, that was the same room that the crossdresser was stealing shit from, wasn't it?
Oh God.
Wait, there's a cross-dresser stealing shit at TFCon?
Yeah, supposedly. They got busted trying to steal from one of the room from one of the room sales.
Hi, Daddy. I'm just taking a few things.
God, he said that.
Hey, was it back in Chicago, right? Maybe it was there.
That was at the very first Chicago. That was 2015.
Yeah, that was 2015.
Yeah, maybe they'll be back this year.
Yep, who knows?
Nice. Maybe they'll steal it back.
Now, can anybody tell me about any cons that were from this comic from the Industrial Revolution and what they may have transformed into or whatever?
They were just fighting the bubonic plague at this point.
What?
No, they were not.
No, they weren't. Don't take us.
I mean, I'm kind of intrigued now, man. I mean, I like history a little bit and shit, and I mean, if there's some cool cons that are, old fucking
I can't remember,
blacksmith.
man.
There's actual MMC
that'd be cool.
There's actual MMC figures of Starscream, Skywarp, and Thundercracker.
Thundercracker, they were like a high helicopter propeller plane type thing.
Were they in their comic though?
Yeah, they were in the comic book. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I thought only Starscream was in the comic book.
No, maybe Starscream was the forefront, but I believe the other two were like in the background, but not in the predominant role. It's been a long time since I read it, so.
Yeah.
But I know.
I don't think I ever read it all the way through.
Yeah, Megatron definitely was in it. Soundwave was in it. And Shockwave was definitely in it. And then there was the Seekers. Those are the ones I can definitely recall off of the top of my head.
What was the one that was kind of like this, but it was like World War II that I think that they went under while they were doing it and it never got finished? Was that one of the G.I. Joe crossovers?
That was the G.I. Joe. Yeah, that was the G.I. Joe Transformers crossover. They never finished that storyline.
So I was reading it and I was like, okay, where's the next one? And there is.
Yeah, that was really good because I got it on. They did a trade paperback. I think that was part of the Devil's Due collection. Mm-hmm. And they had those storylines in their trade paperbacks and all the Transformers versus G.I. Joe storylines all in one. And they had that little snippet in there. And I wish they finished it.
The art was kind of horrific.
It was horrible.
The designs were good, though.
The designs was great. The art was horrible, but it was enough to make you intrigued because it was definitely chicken scratch as a drawing. It was horrible. It's just like they were just scribbling some shit. They were high, and it's would it be that G.I. Joe and Transformers was in the World War II, and they just scribbled that shit and they just sent it without cleaning it up. But it was a good story. I have to say.
You could tell they were at the end of the line when they were making that, though.
Oh yeah, that was due as
just like they are at the end of the line with making this Star Trek crossover.
Star
Trek.
Hey,
you better hush, because I bet it's gonna be fantastic.
Hey, I'll just say one thing. Anything it is, you tie it into World War II, sign me up.
Yeah, they had some cool designs in there. I really wish they had finished it.
Yeah.
I will tell you what, though, with that Star Trek crossover shit, if I hear one more or see one more post that says, "Oh, you're gonna have Spock and Galvatron together, yeah."
I'm glad I missed all of those.
Mm-hmm.
I've not seen one of those. I hope.
I didn't even know it even existed, and
Oh
I'm
my
glad,
God.
and I hope it doesn't happen. Is this
Now
real?
it will find you.
Yeah, I'm gonna send you a copy when it comes out.
It's like when you buy a car, you kind of see the same car everywhere after that.
Mm-hmm.
God damn it! Now I'm gonna hear all about it. It's something like, here's the thing: Star Trek is great. I did a little Trekkie spurt in my life.
Mm-hmm.
Star Wars is awesome. I've done a spurt through my whole life.
Mm-hmm.
But you don't put Transformers and Star Trek together. I'm sorry, JL. You just don't do that.
You can do that, though.
You can, but you shouldn't.
Should you though? Really?
I think it'll be fine. I think they already did it before.
They already did something that crossed over with the Turtles.
Yeah, they did the zombies.
Yeah.
You know, they had a crossover with the fucking Martians or whatever from that fucking movie.
Star Trek and Ninja Turtles did a crossover?
Yeah, that guy.
They did a crossover. No, they didn't. No, not a comic book. They did a crossover for the toys. There was the Playmates Star Trek action figures. Because Playmates had the license.
Those.
The Playmates had the license.
Kirk, Michelangelo, and shit like that.
Yes, right? Exactly.
Yeah,
Donatello
all right.
was Spock.
That shit was stupid.
Yeah, Donatello was Spock.
No, I thought the Infestation comics crossed over with some other weird shit.
Dumb.
You hush. Speaking of dumb, let's move on to the next one.
Get it out of here.
Oh, no.
So, I'm going to probably buy this little Bumblebee. Who else is buying it?
I'm buying it.
Definitely. It's in stock at a couple places. I just haven't got around to ordering it yet.
I'm only going to buy it, though, if it comes with a Star Trek communicator for it on the chest.
I'm not buying it.
So, moving on, we have the MAAS Toys Tetrajet, I guess it is. And it looks pretty good for something that's always going to be a Tetrajet.
I know.
They don't even need that robot mode. They just need to make a hunk of plastic that looks like a Tetrajet.
It looks great. I'm still a bit on the fence because I'm still healing from the Impossible Toys fiasco.
I have the Thundercracker, and that bastard has been a robot once, and he's never gone back. When you unfold it, it's like watching a rose open up, but there's a fucking turd inside of it. That's what those Tetrajets are like.
What kind of a scale is this figure here?
This is supposed to be MP scale.
It's MP scale.
Look at the picture.
But it needs that fucking stand to hold it up, or what? And it's standing next to... What's the one it's standing next to at the bottom?
Well, it's made out of nothing but broken dreams, so it's having a hard time standing up.
The one it's standing next to is Make Toys Howling Meteor.
Yeah. That's what I thought.
Have any of y'all ever had the Impossible Toys Tetrajets?
No.
Yeah, I did. Oh my gosh.
Their faces are painted like a fucking drag show boxing match. Yeah, that's what they look like. They look like they put a bunch of makeup on and then punch each other in the face.
I can tell you right now, I don't like this thing.
Why?
It doesn't like you though, Dustin.
I don't know, man.
He has a giant codpiece. Look at that thing.
It's looking fucky.
He's got a vagina. He's got a vagina.
When I first saw them, I thought they were chug scale because I said no way, and I said there is no way in hell these are going to be MP. But when I saw the dimensions, I thought, oh shit, MP. Like, why would you do this as an MP? But I don't know that this is going to pass the Kickstarter unless it did already because.
But these guys aren't Kickstarting this, are they?
There was a Kickstarter. Yeah.
Kickstarter.
And I actually offended the guy in fucking WTF when he posted the thing. He's a guy named Solomon. I think he's also linked to the Unwrestleable Bastards.
Yeah, he's Solomon is a good friend of mine, and I think he's part of MAAS Toys now.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I did not mean to offend him when I actually didn't, because I read through the entire fucking thing of how the Kickstarter was set up and everything, and it got annoying, the levels. And I was like, you know what, fuck this. And that's what I put on the post. I'm like, fuck this and fuck your Kickstarter.
But that's not him doing that. That's the owners of Impossible Toys who set all these Kickstarter rewards and levels and shit, you know?
Yeah, I'm down with the fucking toy. I love it. I can't wait for a Skywarp of
it. It looks great, but I don't need a Masterpiece Tetrajet.
I know.
You know what? I just want them to do the 3 Rainmakers that they never do the blue one. They never do the light blue one. Yeah. I just want those 3 and be done. I don't want Starscream. I don't want the other 6. I don't want the other 6. I want the orange one, I want the green one, and I want the light blue one. That's all I want.
I want the one that's clear, derp.
Well, I would buy a clear one. That'd be kind of cool.
Why?
I want the one that can stand up without a stand.
Yeah.
Wait. Why is that? Why doesn't Hasbro with the many Seeker repaints? Why don't they ever go after that light blue one? Is it because they'll think everyone's confused with Thundercracker?
No, because they don't think anybody's gonna buy it.
That's the main reason, because everybody's always complaining about the goddamn reuse of the Seekers, and if you do those colors again, then they're gonna complain they might just collect dust in the shelves. So we'll just leave it alone.
So you just make like one out of a fucking case of doubles and put it out there.
Yeah, but how is Sunstorm and Acid Storm? I always called the light blue one.
But there were
light blue one.
And
what do you mean by
they weren't predominant in the series? They showed up here and there, and let's be honest, Sumpo fucked up with the colors.
Yeah, they showed up on accident.
Yeah, they showed up on accident.
Yeah.
And what the color is supposed to be?
So Hasbro had to say, they're different Seekers, and we just had to make up names for them and shit today.
That's Titty Twister and Shit Piece. And
Sunstorm. Should have called them, actually.
That's the only reason why they are existing in the Transformers mythology right now. Of a fucking mistake of some. So.
And I think it's a cool thing that it's not something a multi-million-dollar company needs to tackle.
No, I don't think so either. They're not that canon in the Transformers universe that warrants a masterpiece figure, I believe.
Yeah,
I do want that flamethrower one though. I want to make toys to make it.
Hot Link.
That one's name is, I forget who someone named this. Isn't that one's name Hot Link or Bit Link or something like that?
That's what Chris just said.
Hot Link.
Hey Tyler, pull the string tighter on the can.
And the light blue one that you so covet is Bitstream.
The light blue one.
Bitstream.
Yes, Bitstream is the light blue.
Bitstream.
Hot Link is the orange and reddish color. Rainstorm is the green. Acid Storm is the green.
Yeah.
And
Sunstorm.
And then
there's
Sunstorm is the yellow.
Yep.
There's Bitstream, Sunstorm, and fucking Acid Storm.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, then there's an orange one too, right?
Yeah.
And can we petition to change the Bitstream, the light blue one, name to Ice Storm? Which makes sense to go.
Now you're going into the realm of fucking pumpkin gonzo.
Yeah.
All right, so who's buying this thing besides Chris? Anybody?
When they get the colors I want, I will buy it.
Yeah.
I may maybe get one and see how it is. Just put it in the miscellaneous collection section.
And then scan it into the computer, downsize it, and sell it.
In G1, didn't we only see 3 of these?
3 of
episodes?
Yeah, it was.
We saw 5.
Like in the first couple episodes or something?
Mm-hmm.
All right, we saw a total of 5 if we count all the colors.
Yeah.
Well, let's move on.
All
next
the
up,
colors of the rainbow.
Skittlebots. So we got the custom spotlight. I guess I'll let Chris handle this one.
No, I don't want to.
But you picked it, even as I would have picked it too, because it's fucking glorious.
Yeah, this
He's
thing
so lethargic sometimes.
awesome.
Yes,
Look at that thing.
This is by Oz Studios, but finished by Jason Brehn of GetRight Robot. It is a really awesomely scaled Unicron head, and
looks sick as fuck.
Yeah, it does, dude.
And
this is something that I would want. Like, this is something I would buy.
Well, I just bought the kit,
Put it
so
on
it's
top
coming.
of the DTOF and
So
call
is this
it done.
a 3D printout and then just add the LED lights to it?
Yeah, the guy. I just bought the gray resin kit, like Jason did here, and I'm gonna paint it myself. And I asked, did the green lenses come and did the lights come with it? He goes, no, you add those yourself. So that's what Jason did here.
The green lenses are awesome too. I wonder how he did that.
I'm thinking it's like a 7-Up or Sprite bottle, and he thermoformed it somehow. That's probably how I'm gonna do it too.
Now, would you have to hollow this out to like get into it, or is it going to be like a hollow type helmet type setup?
No, it's hollow. You have to Dremel out the eyes, Dremel out the mouth, and then assemble it.
Look at the bottom of that.
You're kind of like use at your own risk type shit then. At that point.
Well, I mean, if you're buying this unpainted, I mean, he does sell the thing.
Yeah, you're going to be doing whatever you want with it to begin with.
How much does he sell it painted? I'm just curious.
It was on TFW, and I think fully painted with the lights and everything is like $650.
Woo!
Woo!
That's a lot of money, but I mean,
that's still really not that bad.
It's not bad.
It's a fucking bad. This is a statement piece.
It is.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You walk in and like only people that know what it is going to know what it is, and when they do, they're going to be like, "Holy fuck!"
Yeah. I just bought a $400 figure that, despite being amazing, is still manufactured in China in bulk. Mm-hmm. Like for $600, this is a lot of work. This is amazing. Yeah. I wouldn't do any of this shit for $600.
Chris?
The guy who designed it and everything, his name is Oz Studios, and he's very he's worried about fucking people hijacking this design. So he doesn't want to sell a lot of the kits and everything.
Yeah.
So I don't know if I want to say the price that I bought it for.
Well, send me a...
Tell the price.
No, I mean, I don't want to put it in here. I'll tell you in chat.
Okay. All right. Okay. Yeah, send me the link where you bought it from. If it's not too extreme, I might buy one.
I'd try it myself. Jeez.
I mean, I'll paint it myself if it's not. It's going to be less than $650. Mm-hmm. So
I can't paint with a shit, so I just won't have anything.
No.
I might not do all that panel work, but I mean, I'd get her done.
Painting is what got me to take a break from Gundams. Mm-hmm. I hate paint.
And somewhere I sent myself the link to the TFW post, so I can put that in there too.
Man, look at this thing, though.
It's beautiful.
I want this thing.
Dude, those eyes, though.
And honestly,
look at the mouth.
What's going on back there? Is that Chris? You customize. What does he got? Something going on behind those translucent green? I mean, I don't.
There's it looks like LED lights behind the translucent green to give it the pupils.
Actually, I'm not talking about the pupils. I'm talking about that very first photo there.
Yeah,
there's definitely something behind there.
Oh, yeah, you can see the lights behind the green lens. It looked like a reflective of foil or something, metal or chrome.
No, what it is
or like a cluster of those like cheap jewels that you can buy at Walmart in a fucking pack of like 50.
Be quiet, I can explain what it is so we can get it without the conjecture.
All right.
There is a separate piece that is the like crystalline look to the eyes. Think of it like a ice cube tray or something. And you stick it behind there, and I guess whatever you painted it a chrome silver, put the translucent cover over it, put the lights in, and that just gives the effect of it's crystalline.
Okay.
It looks sick. That's all I know.
Mm-hmm. And I mean, if you follow the link, you can take it to his site, and I'm sure he's got videos of it too, so you can take a look at it and see it in different angles and see it all lit up and shit.
Does he have like a process pictorial or anything?
I'm sure Brehn does.
Is the bottom part of the kit, or did he do all that?
No, that's part of the kit.
Damn, man, that's pretty nice.
But he did put the lights in it.
Well, yeah, and he colored it, but I didn't realize that all those little like gears and all that were part of the kit.
Mm-hmm.
You know what would be cool? If I could go into the store and this was like a little Legends carrying case, and you like put them on that mouth like you did with Trypticon, that'd be really cool.
How the fuck are you getting a Legends carrying case from this goddamn piece of art?
Listen to what I'm saying.
You know what would be cool? I'm gonna make one of these out of one of those dot candies. Get a yellow dot.
Well, you heard him, Darius. He's gonna fucking buy a Unicron carrying case if you guys put it out.
Yeah, get it going for your Legends.
Okay, we'll try to put it at the HasLab as a crowdfunding.
The HasLab.
Just repurpose that fucking Darth Vader one you guys been selling forever.
That's Kenner. That's not us.
Oh no, Hasbro sold it too.
Oh, they did? They reproduce it? I have no idea. There's so much shit. There's so much shit that we make. It's not fucking funny.
Oh, fuck yeah.
I can't remember half of the Marvel Legends that I've worked on over the years that, like, did we do this one already? Like, let's go check the list and make sure so, and there's a lot more coming to, but yeah, I don't know. That would be cool to do a Unicron head carrying case. But I don't know, a lot of Transformers fans will use something like that besides Justin.
Or if just Hasbro did a decent Unicron or a Unicron head in general.
Well, we got the possibilities now to do something like that down the line.
Because y'all doing them Star Wars helmets, and they all come out pretty well looking.
This could be the Java sail barge fucking Kickstarter.
And don't do one of those fucking like little movie masks type thing either. Like actually make like a display piece. Mm-hmm. Don't make. Oh, I'm gonna put on this cheesy Unicron mask. It looks nothing like him.
No, I don't think we'll do a Unicron crossplay helmet or anything like that.
No, you could fucking make it sound like a really bad imitation of Orson Welles.
There you go. Just put some heavy breathing in the background and it should be good to go.
When do I get my check and my chicken? What the
Justin,
fuck is a robot?
It's Justin.
Yo.
You remember that TFCon 15 with Trash Bag Megatron?
Oh, yeah.
That was just some chick wearing a spandex movie Megatron outfit with one of those cheap masks. Walked around TFCon.
It was literally like a chrome trash bag with a mask.
Oh my goodness! That's why when Bobby says TBM, he means Trash Bag Megatron.
Trash Bag Megatron. That shit's funny,
when we go to TFCon, I actually want to interview people and treat them like shit.
Oh, don't do that.
No.
Have you guys seen that fucking clown that interviews people on the street and talks shit to them?
Oh, yeah, yeah.
I want to do some shit like that to them.
Those are your brethren, man. You can't do that to them.
Sure you can. If you're fucked up, then you deserve to get fucking made a spectacle of.
Yeah, man.
Let them be there having fun. Let them dress up as whatever trash bag transformer they want. Yeah.
Speaking of trash bags and fucked up spectacles, let's move on to knock off Korner.
Yay!
This is Chris's favorite segment.
I like this segment too.
Yeah.
It is.
I actually do want that shirt.
No Warpath this week?
No Warpath this week.
Warpath got the week off. He's in therapy.
Dude, every time I see that thing, I fucking laugh.
I feel bad for him, man. I'm gonna go steal that fucker. Where the hell is Sir Toys at?
He's in Child Protective Services at the border.
Yeah, I'm gonna go get him.
So, what we have here is the Star Wars Ears door ladder.
Karate Farmer.
Karate Farmer was never made. I could not find a picture of it.
Karate Farmer.
Wise puppet.
Door ladder.
Now, frequent listeners will recognize Wise Puppet from an earlier episode, but here we have the second, and I think the only other figure that was actually actualized into a figure form, Door ladder.
But you know what's the funny thing about these KO Star Wars figures? There is a big collector's market for these goddamn things.
Yeah, they made like 25 of them.
Yeah, and then it's like thousands of dollars some of these fucking KO Star Wars figures are worth.
Star Wars ears.
It's
If I was at a show, I would buy this fucker.
This one is so famous that somebody took the fucking shitty drawing that was on the back of one of their packages and made a T-shirt out of it.
I want that T-shirt.
Yeah, so it's like it
is
kind
available,
of like
I think.
Gonna get this T-shirt.
Like an underground cult type movement.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is
I
a
wasn't
big
aware
cult
of
following.
this,
Yeah,
but I'm actually kind of on board.
Yeah, me too.
And Star Wars has had shit like that for years. You know, Darius, you might remember Hardware Wars.
Oh, I remember Hardware.
I want that shirt, actually.
Oh man, because back when these figures came out, the licensing was like the fucking Wild West. Even though Kenner had it, but the other countries didn't have the license, and they didn't get the Kenner stuff. And when they did get the Kenner stuff, like in South America or the other countries, third world countries, they were crazy fucking expensive. So Mexico and other these countries, they started making the KO bootleg figures. Because it was a big business. So, but the funny thing is that at some point when they weren't making any more Star Wars figures because there was no more movies, they were still making KO Star Wars figures out of whatever things. And then plus they was adding other like Battlestar Galactica figures in the line or parts of Battlestar Galactica figures and throwing shit together. And they were fucking huge market for these goddamn things.
Man, that shirt's only $22.
Hey,
I'm gonna have to buy that
is
shirt.
that a guy or a girl?
Yo, Unicron is in that shirt.
Yeah, Unicron is so in there.
Unicron's in the top left-hand corner of that
I
shirt.
just scrolled it, as the planet
It
mode.
looks like an X-Men fucking Sentinel in the top right-hand corner.
There's the Planet of the Apes guy who's supposed to be Chewbacca there.
Star Wars ears.
Is that an obese Casper the Friendly Ghost as Jabba the Hutt? Hey, look, there's Robert Kopp.
This is almost as genius as fucking Trek Wars.
Trek Wars is a great bootleg too.
This looks like something that was made on purpose, like not just to be a knockoff.
Yeah.
It looks like some kind of fucking parody.
I don't think that's fucking Planet of the Apes. I think that's fucking Teen Wolf.
It could be Teen Wolf. Who knows? It could be exactly Teen Wolf. I wish I could zoom in on this shit to tell for sure.
They're not gonna let you zoom in on that shit.
Hold on, I'll put it in the chat so that way.
When you look at the picture where it's zoomed in, the Chewbacca has like a super soaker, and in the top right-hand corner, it's a fucking stormtrooper with one of those. What's that thing? The Viewmaster for a head?
Yeah.
It's a Viewmaster. His name is Shooter.
Okay,
They have names.
There's the Battlestar Galactica Cylon right there.
Yeah, that dude has a fucking.
I think that is Teen Wolf. There's a fucking ghost.
That is Teen Wolf.
There's a Ghostbuster in there.
Yeah.
Ghostbuster.
The wolf's name is Teen Bacco.
Oh wait a minute! Like right under fucking right tit is fucking Doc Brown.
Yep.
Get the fuck out of here.
There's right next to the Ghostbuster is Doc Brown. Why is the Cylon doing Live Long and Prosper with the power glove?
Yo, I put the link to the website. Go to the website and look at some of the inflated pictures.
Star Wars years.
Is that Tina Turner from Mad Max too?
I think so. This is great.
We don't need another T-shirt.
Dude, is that fucking Daniel from Karate Kid?
It is, dude.
That is Daniel.
Hoverboard?
With the hoverboard and
the Back
to the Future sneakers.
Dude, I need one of these.
Bad.
And that little robot in the fucking bottom right corner.
That's Robbie.
Robert Robot, yeah. And that's
my God.
Pat Morita as Yoda. Oh my God. Is that...
Yo, the Ghostbuster's name is Ham Selleck.
Oh my god.
And it looks like Tom Selleck.
Well, in the lower left hand, it looks like fucking Slimer as Jabba the Hutt.
Oh man, that's not Slimer. That's Grimace. Yeah, from McDonald's.
Jesus, it is.
There's a gremlin.
Is that E.T. as a stormtrooper next to the Cylon? And the Cylon is wearing a Megatron helmet.
Yeah, it was
my
Megatron
God.
Darth Vader.
No, dude, that thing has a Viewmaster for a head. The stormtrooper thing you're talking about? That's not E.T. That's a Viewmaster. Look at that head.
What the hell?
Is that a Megatron helmet over a Darth Vader face?
Yeah, with a Nintendo
upper right-hand corner.
With the
That's
power
awesome.
Is that Grimace as Jabba the Hutt?
Yep.
Yep, up in the upper right-hand corner, there's definitely Darth Vader face with a Megatron helmet head.
Yes, that is so. Oh my god.
That's sick as fuck.
I tell you what, if they start making all these figures, I'm selling everything.
Right. Star Wars years.
I'm out of Transformers.
Oh my gosh, they need to make these guys. They got to make all of them. I'm gonna find some third world market factory to make these shits. I mean,
dude.
They don't.
I would buy it.
Is that I don't understand how this could actually be clarified as a knockoff. Like this shit sounds.
It's so original.
It's so original, but yet like
it's
completely a parody at the same time. But yet like.
Darth Vader's got grenades on his leg. On the toy. He also has his pelvis backwards or something.
What the fuck was that?
Great. That was me laughing.
Where you been the last 5 minutes, Tyler?
This is
He was trying to act like he was here the whole time, but really he was in the basement.
He was fighting wasps.
Yeah.
No, that is funny. Darth Vader's got grenades on his leg. It's like, I can't force choke you. I'll just take this grenade.
Tyler hate Waspinator.
I guess
so.
Daniel's
son Skywalker doesn't have a lightsaber.
He has a hand that shoots.
The hands that shoots out from a lightsaber. Oh, it's like you see something new every minute.
Yeah, I'm gonna buy that shirt.
I want this.
I am
I
buying
will blow a guy
right.
in an alley for this shirt.
Hey,
dude,
Chris.
you only have to fucking pay $22 plus shipping.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ, settle down.
Let's sell.
Hey, Chris. I got an idea, man. Hey, Chris, can you modify this into a TKO shirt?
Probably.
Put us on there. Put our faces on there.
You should actually knock this off.
The shirt off. Yeah.
That'd be awesome.
Put our faces and some of our guests on the shirt.
Oh, that'll be great. You can do this. Knock this shit off.
I already got dibs on fucking Fat Grimace Jabba the Hutt. That's who I want to be.
I don't know if I can match the level of art here.
It is insane.
Oh, you don't need to. That's the great about it.
No,
it's so
I mean,
crappy.
That's what I mean. I don't know if I can go this bad.
I want Tyler to be Tina Turner. Put his face on there.
Tyler Turner.
Yes.
Let's make Matt Unicron. Just have Matt's face as Unicron.
I called dibs on the fucking Vader fucking Megatron helmet.
Well, you can't see you. It's got to have masks.
That's fine. Nobody.
And what you should do is
nobody cares anyway. Nobody cares about.
You should put JC on the shirt tag because he's out. You know.
Nice.
Shirt tag.
On the tag.
Let's move on.
Yeah. So let's talk about these two big fellas here.
Big fella.
What is? It's like a wind-up Godzilla toy that's about 4 inches tall.
Yeah, but there's two different versions. One is the original green, and the other one's a space blue with a yellow belly.
The space blue with the yellow belly looks pretty rad, bruh.
Yeah,
Don't go too far, JC or JL. Jesus Christ, I'm sorry.
Don't call me JC.
The next one's for you.
Yeah.
Robert Cop.
Yeah.
Robert Cop too.
I legit want this too, man.
Now,
and I also have a T-shirt.
Or Robert.
I want Optical Prime and Ray Liotta.
You
see that, right?
Yes.
This thing is painted so bad. It looks like they dug it up out of the ground.
Dude, look at the molding of the head. The helmet's on sideways.
I think this thing is fucking on purpose.
It looks like a South Park Canadian head.
I think it's a fuck up on purpose.
I want one of these. I have always wanted one of these, and I've never seen one. Not in real life.
Robert Cop.
He's the furniture of law enforcement.
Is that Johnny Five as one of the robots? In the
Yeah.
Yep.
It says his name is Optical Prime. It says Optical Prime underneath.
I'm fucking done.
Hey, you know what?
God bless Mexico, man.
Hey, Darius, man, you need to call your lawyers, dude, because this says Optical Prime. Optical Prime.
And look at the T-shirt comic book fucking thing.
Oh man, I need this.
Oh yeah.
Is this order form still working? Because I'll order.
Is that shit even legit?
Yes. It is actually a fucking real thing.
He's saying I'll be back.
Oh, they got like a fucking knockoff NECA version of the fucking Robert Cop too.
Oh man.
Is that
Look
right?
at they got the knockoff short circuit on there.
For 5 pesos, you can upgrade it to this premium figure.
Dude.
Look at that. They got on there. They got short circuit on there too.
Yeah, and
Welcome back to the show.
That, Tyler?
Who's on the surfboard though?
That's Ray Liotta. That's what it says on the box. It says Ray Liotta.
Oh my god.
Does he have unusually long arms?
Like, go ahead, use my shit.
I think he's supposed to be Terminator 2, dude.
Oh yeah, because it's split down the top.
Yeah, that's Terminator 2.
It just says his
Not
name
even
and
fucking
not
Ray
the
Liotta,
character.
for Christ's sake.
And he's on the surfboard.
He's actually probably paid.
Hey, yo, is that RoboCop is holding the gun in his left hand on his right arm? Look at the hand. The finger is backwards.
It's twisted.
I need this shirt too. I need all this shit.
Where was it made? They gotta have a vintage T-shirt somewhere.
Hey, wait, it says visit bradmcginty.com.
Okay, I'm gonna go.
Dude,
I'm on there right now, man. Fuck the show.
The link is right above the picture, man.
I am going right now, please.
Oh, and then we lost everyone who went to the website because of viruses.
You hush. No, it doesn't work. Wait, it does work.
No, it does work. I'm on it right now. Oh, please, I can get this T-shirt. I want this T-shirt.
I was gonna say, don't.
It's a blog site. I thought it was a shop.
I was gonna say, don't tell me that this shit is not real and some guy made all this up and my life is a lie.
It's real. It's this guy. It's like a blog page, and he just showing all the items. Oh my god.
Dude, I'm about ready to take a trip to Mexico. I ain't never been. I need to get a passport.
Under the picture that we're looking at, it says
Canada
T-shirt
won't let me
available
in.
here. There's a link that says click here, or just says still available here. So click through that, and that'll take
For
you to
$22.
Store hole.
I can get a picture for I can get a T-shirt for $7.
Listen, I'm getting it. It's not the right. It's not the. Oh, it's his right shirt. Okay.
$23
for only $22.99.
Hey, I'll tell you guys what. I was in You guys there? Can you hear me?
Yep.
No, we all quit.
Okay.
We can't.
Yeah. When I was in
it's
training in Houston. Shut up. When I was in training in Houston down there, I went to this mall and there was a guy that had nothing but an entire store full of knockoffs.
Nice.
So
what's his name, Chris?
Dad?
If you guys go down there, it's just it looks like a toy, like a commandeered, like a Toys R Us Express, but swapped everything for KOs on everything.
Apparently, Robot Cop is a Autobot.
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
Well, I think that this
Robert Cop.
I think that this shirt is just inspired by the Robert Cop art. I don't think this is.
Yeah, it's not the original one, but you know.
Is it Robot? I mean,
it's Robert.
Robert
It's
Cop,
Robert.
or is
Robert
it
Cop.
Robert Cop.
Robert. Robert, like Rob. It's Robert.
Yeah, I'll be right back.
Robert Cop.
I'm gonna grab another drink before we get started on the questions.
So I'll take care of the next segment if we're done bagging on this fucking thing.
No, I just ordered it.
I don't think we're bagging.
Did you really?
I think we're all
I ordered
on board with this.
Ordered it.
I think we're all kind of on board
Dude,
with
I'm gonna order
Robert Cop and the fucking Star Wars series.
I'm $45 down in the hole because of you guys. I bought Robert Cop 2 and I bought the Star Warriors shirt.
Star Wars series.
Warriors. I can't even pronounce it.
I love this shit. Where do you guys find this shit? I'm on the show and I don't even know.
Oh, they got other shirts. Oh, hold on. Oh my gosh, I gotta get. There's the Predator with Arnold Schwarzenegger, and he's saying "Get to the Whopper" is a Burger King shirt.
Dude, I need that. Oh, get to the Whopper.
Get to the Whopper.
Get down. Get to the Whopper.
I am so getting this shirt.
No.
I can't. I gotta. Oh, what is this one here? Let me see what this one.
Get to the Whopper.
Oh, maybe. I think Justin and you guys will like this one. Skate Boner. It's a penis riding a skateboard with a boner.
Say what?
It's a t-shirt called Skate Boner. It's a dick skateboarding, and he has a boner, and he's saying, "I'm bad smoking a cigarette."
It's in the same in the same guy's art.
Yes, cool. It's a different art. It's if you look at the Robert Cop shirt,
Robert.
If you scroll down, we'll see the other products of T-shirts, and they have the other shirts there.
Yeah, he's got like 5 different designs.
Yeah.
Cute.
Oh my goodness! Already.
Get to the Whopper.
I'm getting Whopper and Robert Cop, and let me stop. Hold on. Let me see what any more shirts I'm missing. Oh, he's the same person who does Star Warriors. Okay, I'm over here.
One-stop shoppers.
Oh my goodness, Globe Frankenface. That looks kind of cool. But I'll pass that one. The nominee of a Xenomorph. That looks cool. Oh, I'm buying this one. This Wolverine has Twinkies as his claws, or he got the claw up in his Twinkies, and he's saying Hostess is the best there is at what I chew. So, make it a Hostess bub. So I'm getting that one. Oh my God, I'm about to spend $100 on here.
Well, it's time to bust up some bucks in Bed Bugs Bargain Bin.
Thanks, Dustin.
Oh,
I try.
I want all the Robert Cop stuff.
Grabbing the reins.
Yo.
Anyways, here in Bed Bugs Bargain this week, we have the Platinum Edition Insecticons for original retail value of $90, on sale now for $54.99. And that's still fucked because if you want to get the original commemorative edition from me, just go ahead and hit me up in a PM. I'll sell it to you for $35 plus shipping.
Nice hooking yourself up like that.
I know, right?
Yeah.
Where would
Been
these
trying to sell that for like
at?
2 years.
They were never 90. They were $90 on BBTS.
But yeah, it's at
no wonder they never sold them. They were at when Super K, when I had Super K, they were in there for like, I think it was 60 at the most, and they went on sale. I got them for 30, and then
Tyler, it's Big Bad Toy Store. All right? They're going to bend you over and fuck you regardless.
Dude, I waited for ours, man. I bought about 8 of these things at $17 a pop and flipped them on the internet for between 40 and 60 bucks.
Play your decision.
Yeah.
I like you, JL.
Yeah.
We're friends.
Now, if they put out, if there was more like G1 reissues that came out in like reasonable prices, like I'm looking for that hot rod, but I can't find that hot rod anywhere.
Well, I think the problem with the Insecticons is they were a Kmart exclusive.
Mm-hmm.
Nobody shops at Kmart.
No,
way
I think
too
Target
much
got
for
them at
little
1.2.
legends. I mean, skeletons.
From originally there were Asian markets exclusive. Then they went to Target and Walmart. But again, it was not a big. They didn't get a big case of them to be predominantly shown. You know, it's one of those things. You are lucky to get it if you see it on the shelves. And that's the same thing with the reissue of Hot Rod. But this year, the problem is that Hasbro had some factory issues with the Transformers stuff, and that's why it's slowing the process. Like the
So
powers,
that Hot Rod's going to show up?
it's going to show up. Just give it some time. Like, for instance, like the Powers of the Prime Wave 2, there was a factory issue that slowed it down being released into stores. And that's
I did hear about that.
That's why Wave 3 came ahead, and that's
Nobody
why.
cares.
Yeah, but now they're showing up in stores now. If you're still looking for your Dinobots and the other characters from your Terracons, so.
All my stores are still stuck on all Wave 1 of everything. I think I saw 1 and whatever other one that was in that wave.
Right.
That was it. So all the other stuff is still stuck on Wave 1 everywhere.
Yeah, I never even saw the first Abominus piece, and I got kind of like after a fight. I found Hunger, and then I never found the rest of them. And after not finding them for a while, I actually finally just sold them off.
Yeah, it was.
And then I ran over Ripper Snapper with a lawnmower.
I do have Ripper Snapper still. I have his pieces, anyways.
Yeah,
You got that dust man over with the car.
Yeah, I have that too.
I gave you that drift too, didn't I?
Yeah, I got both of them.
You Although put them fuckers back together.
I took the Jolly Rancher out of it. Thanks for the Jolly Rancher.
Was there really? I didn't mean to do that.
I put that in there.
Oh,
I put that in there. I didn't think you'd find it. I think you just look at it and be like, and throw it to the side. But no, you dug in there for that Jolly Rancher.
I never even opened it. We put it back in the box there at DairyCon, and
I threw it away
until I sent it to you.
I threw it away because I was going to put it in a tote and store it in my room, and I didn't want to put some candy in there and then come back later and damn bugs found it and ate all my toys.
Now, what flavor of Jolly Rancher was it?
It was grape.
Nice.
So, I guess let's move on now. Asshole of the week. I guess Chris picked this one?
Yeah. I have kind of smoked myself a little bit off the fucking topic here. Because I really don't fucking care. But what it boils down to is I am so entirely tired of the rash of sexual assault victims that have been fucking coming forward.
Or they just pop up. They're like, oh, he touched me too 20 years ago.
It's gotta there's gotta be a line, man. You know.
If you're so mad about Cosby.
It was like, if it's longer than 6 days ago, then fuck you.
No. And yes, I am kind of mad about Cosby. The fucking man did a whole other bunch of fucking really cool shit that we all loved growing up, and now this is how he's going to be remembered.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I feel you on that, man. I understand.
Yeah, but Michael did too, but he's a badass, right?
But the latest one that I guess made me put it in here as the fucking asshole is...
Yeah, what triggered you?
The dude, Chris Hardwick from The Talking Dead, Nerdist, and all that fucking shit. Apparently they got him doing something to his ex-girlfriend, like he sexually assaulted her somehow or made her feel some way, and that's the
singled out.
Yeah, but he's a dick because I've met him a few times back in single out days and other time. He's a total asswipe. So I really believe that he was a dick to his girlfriend.
Okay, but yeah, it's your girlfriend, you know.
Yeah, I'm a dick.
I'm not saying it's great, but you know, where is the line? At what point do the fucking feelings not become so fragile that every little thing has to be called an assault?
I agree with you with that, but it really depends on the form of abuse that she got over the years being with him. Mm-hmm. Now, if it was something that, they argue a lot and they didn't get along and he said something really mean to her and then she's going out and say, he's a dick, then by all means, I agree with you 100%. That should not be the case. But from what it's been going around in the rumor mill, again, just rumor mill because she hasn't really said much deep what happened, that he totally did some fucked up shit to her.
Okay, well, if she hasn't actually come out and said what he did, AMC has already fucking pulled him from Comic-Con panels, have canceled his shows. Like, stop. Get the facts and make make a fucking reasonable decision based on what the fuck really happened.
I agree with you, but do we really need a talking dead at this point?
No, I don't even care about him and whatever. It's not about him. It's the point. We're getting to a point where it's just fucking ridiculous.
Yeah. I hear you.
You can't say anything anymore without someone getting upset. That's why I just stay off Facebook now.
We have said collectively in just this episode probably about 750,000 things to piss somebody off.
Oh yeah. Guess what? You know what I say? Fuck them.
Yeah.
Like, not only that, fuck them. If you can't take a joke, then fuck you.
And this is
seriously.
Yeah, exactly.
This is the time of the opportunist, because we're all about feelings. And this is when the fucking snake oil salesman comes in and says, I got this elixir that's going to fix all your fucking ails. And we believe it because we're going on feelings instead of fucking truth.
Fuck feelings, bro.
And that's my point. People, the reason all of this is going on...
There's a bunch of soft maths up in the world these days, and that's the truth of things.
That's what I'm getting to. It comes down to the fact that these...
Pussies.
You need to calm down, Justin.
These people who are ascending to adulthood with the biggest voice right now, they are so unused to not getting exactly what the fuck they want and being made to feel special that they're realizing as they age that they are not special.
I'm special. You shut the fuck up.
And that makes them mad.
And it makes them mad.
Tyler, how do you feel?
They don't want to accept the fact that there are...
Tyler time. How do you feel about this, Tyler?
I don't know. I feel people need to quit crying. I'm sick of getting on Facebook or go anywhere, turn the TV on, and it's always someone crying about something else. Like, I'm sick of it. I don't want to hear
Tyler.
Crying. That's why I hate my generation. Like, seriously, I don't. That's why I don't.
That's why he's keeping about 5 or 6 of them in the basement.
But no, it's just I never growing up. I never liked anyone that was my age. They were all like dumb to me. Like they all. I don't know how to put it, but it's just. Seeing them now, it's just like they are way off.
Right. That's probably why all your friends are 35 and older.
Yeah,
Probably.
Exactly. I like to hang out with people that are like 30 and above because their head is in the right place. Mm-hmm. Like, hey, here's a problem. We do this to fix it. We don't sit here and cry till someone else fixes it for us.
I want to cry.
Sometimes we all need a good cry to get it out of our system.
I like hugs.
I mean...
Who doesn't like hugs?
I ain't saying that.
Speaking of hugs...
Let's move on to the next question. Oh, wait, no, we got Tales from the Prison Yard coming up.
Tales from the Prison Yard.
This is a new segment. I don't know if you can guess whose segment it is, but we'll let him go ahead and take it away.
All right. On this week's segment of Tales from the Prison Yard, I'm going to tell you a brief story about how a guy got kicked in the face
and
while
then
sitting
anally
on a
penetrated.
toilet.
It wasn't how you dropped the soap?
So...
That's how you pick it up, baby.
Exactly. Chris knows what I'm talking about. Anyways... One of my very first long stints in jail, and this was before I went to prison. I was in jail, county jail, for about 6 months straight before I got moved to prison. And we were in a cell of about 8 people. And about 6 of the people would normally stay there, and then you'd have what we'd call weekend warriors. they would come in.
Every weekend, yeah.
Yeah, you just have a couple of guys that came in. They bond out, the next morning or Sunday or whatever. They come in Friday, Saturday, whatever. And there was a guy that had been in this cell for about 7 or 8 months. And that kind of means he gets the remote to the TV. You know what I'm saying? He was kind of the guy in charge, So
it's kind of like a senior citizen's home.
Yeah, no longer, especially in county jail. Prison, none of that shit matters. But when you're in county jail, the guy that's been there the longest pretty much has rule of the cell. Anyways, this weekend warrior came in. He came in at about late a Friday night, came into our cell. And then the next Saturday, he took a couple of shits.
Gross.
And there's this etiquette that when you take a shit, as shit's falling out of your ass,
you
flush that shit. Yeah. All right, because they got these powerful toilets. When you flush, it sucks. I mean, it'll suck your balls off of you. While you're sitting. It's a pretty nice feeling. Anyways, this is etiquette. Well, this guy was just dropping ass in the toilet all day, like Saturday. And
what's wrong with that?
The big cell guy was just like, look, dude, if you're going to be shitting like that, you need to fucking, flush that shit as it drops, Dude, even if you fart, you go sit on the toilet and you hit the flush button and fart as you flush. Otherwise, the whole cell will fucking just stink like ass. And nobody wants to deal with that shit. I mean, you're in jail, but where you're at is your fucking home. And most of the time, it's squeaky clean. So this guy kept shitting. And he told the guy, if you don't flush the next time you're on the can, I'm going to get up and kick you in the fucking face. And the guy kind of laughed it off. The very next day, which must have been a Sunday, because at that point you don't really keep track of much time or what day it is, guy was sitting on the can, shitting, and he didn't flush. Dude literally got up out of his bunk, walked over it, and kicked him right in the fucking face.
Nice.
Bridge of his nose while he was sitting on the can.
That's what you get.
Blood everywhere. Obviously, immediate broken nose. Dude jumps up to go after him. His pants are around his fucking ankles. He falls
Shit hanging
over.
out his ass.
Yeah, he gets up, pulls up his pants. They start yelling and arguing. And by that point, the fucking jailers are already at the cell door, opening it up. And they took the guy that was shitting out of the cell and left the guy that kicked him in the face there because he'd been there for 8 months. And all the other guys that had been there for months, and everything was moving smoothly, so they removed the problem.
There you go.
That is my tales from the prison yard this year.
Very good debut.
At some point, I have questions. But we'll talk about that later, why you were in jail. But that's another prison story.
Human trafficking.
But yeah, that's the type of fucked up shit you see, dude. Guys sitting on the toilet get kicked in the face.
They deserved it. Man, I would get murdered. Like, even if I flush a toilet, I get fucking murdered in there.
Possibly. I mean,
my shit's bad.
As long as you do what you can, motherfucker will,
at least look like you're trying.
Cheek, Yeah, exactly. They'll turn the other cheek. But, I mean, guy wasn't courtesy flushing at all. So he got kicked in the face. He got warned. But,
is that where that whole courtesy flush thing comes from?
I'm not exactly. I'm assuming so.
Maybe.
There's no other instances in your life where you're sitting around with a room full of other guys taking a shit right in front of you.
I don't know. You don't party like I do.
I mean, we're not girls.
Not yet.
Girls will shit in the same room as one another.
Yeah.
They'll hold each other's hair while they puke and shit.
Fucking animals.
It's fucking weird.
They're out there holding their hair, puking and shit while we're all together on a Saturday night praying.
Oh my God, Tammy, you're so beautiful.
Don't pretend you never held JC's dick while he's puking. at TFCon.
That fucker just falls asleep at like 6 p.m.
That sucks.
Well, when you hang out with me, that happens.
Let's move on. Moving on. We have our infamous guest questions with Mr. Darius.
Yes.
I normally would say this is where you tell us about yourself, but I think you've already done that. So we'll just go ahead and head right through the questions unless you have anything you wanted to add.
No, I think we covered up the basics.
I think that the rest of this is going to cover it.
That motherfucker works at Hasbro.
He works for Company H.
Company H.
Company H.
So what is your preferred name or handle?
Well, thanks to Dust Mites who gave me this handle, so I go by Agent H with the community.
Yeah. All right. And what year were you born?
I was born in the good old year of 1977.
The year of our Lord Luke Skywalker.
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
What's your favorite sandwich?
My all-time favorite sandwich is a Cuban.
Okay.
Wait, doesn't a Cuban have sauerkraut on it?
No, you're thinking of...
No, it's not sauerkraut. It's more like...
Okay, cool, because I'm micro...
cabbage, right?
You're thinking of a Reuben that has the sauerkraut.
Okay, because I'm micro-triggered, okay? Just a little bit. I was about to take my headset off and just leave.
No, a Cuban sandwich is basically, it's from Florida and Cuba. It's basically roast pork, ham,
amazing,
mustard, Swiss cheese, and pickle, and they grill it on one of those panini presses.
That sounds right up my alley. I love all that shit.
It's fucking delicious. And some parts of like Tampa, they will add salami on as well with
more pork.
With more pork, yes.
You can keep that fucking pickle though.
Yeah.
Don't some people just put like actual cabbage on it too? Not like sauerkraut cabbage, but like.
Nope, that's a Reuben's though.
So wait, there's a sandwich out there that is pork and mustard and cheese and pickles.
And pork.
That's like all my favorite shit. And extra pork.
Yes.
With optional
your 4
pork.
favorite food groups.
Is it all sandwiched in between 2 funnel cakes?
No, unfortunately, it's like a sub roll, but it's
like a rye bread or something.
It's a Cuban bread. It's like a sub roll, but it's very buttery and flaky.
Yeah.
Sure. Like a croissant.
Not like a croissant. It's more like a French roll, but it's more flaky and buttery.
That sounds good, man.
Oh,
that's
it's delicious.
Me. I had a fucking can of soup for dinner. So my wife wasn't feeling good.
Oh.
He had that bum meal.
Yeah. So I didn't have any ramen though. I didn't have that prison meal. I got that in there too. So what's your favorite music?
Ramen's be worth money, bro.
I like a lot of different styles of music because during my teenage days and my college days, I was a DJ as well.
Nice.
So I spun a lot of electronic music like trance, house, drum and bass, trip hop.
Boo!
I know, and also old school hip hop.
Yay!
But I like what I like to listen to a lot is old school hip hop, alternative, metal, rock, old school 80s music, new wave, and stuff like that. So
and nobody likes new hip hop. Nobody. It's never been on the show.
I like new hip hop from old artists, but like somebody like 21 Savage, Migos, and all these characters, I'm sorry, I just can't get into it.
Oh, you guys aren't even talking about them. What is it, Spotify, or what's the little underground little format they have now?
I have no clue.
You talking about cassette tapes?
Like Tekashi 6ix9ine and like Xanax and shit like that.
Yeah, Little Uzi Vert and
they got this like.
Yeah, I don't fuck with that stuff.
Dude, are we still talking English?
Terrible.
I generally find that all new music is trash.
Yeah.
basically.
That's because we're getting old.
But I gotta give credit to credit due. Like new cats like Donald Glover, who's been in the scene for a while, or Childish Gambino. His stuff is really good. So he's like one of the few new artists I will actually listen to.
Man, I didn't even know they were the same person.
Yeah.
I've been getting into...
Really?
People kept talking about that Gambino guy in the movie, and I'm like, what the fuck are y'all talking about? And then they would be like, oh yeah, Donald Glover. I'm like, okay, I know who Donald Glover is.
I couldn't tell you one of his songs, but I at least knew that fact.
No, I don't. I'm not all hip like y'all.
Huh.
I still listen to music where the name of the album is the name of the band. So, what got you back into collecting or into collecting?
You know, I was never a big collector while I was working for Toy Biz, and when I started for Hasbro, it was like because I only like collected the stuff that I work on. It was like, to me, it was like my personal portfolio, you know, and that's what I had on my display. And I remember watching the 40-year-old virgin, and I said, I do not want to be like that, right?
I do. I want to be like that so fucking bad.
But I said, I don't want. And I remember one day I was my one of my first serious relationships, and she came to my house, and she came to my apartment at the time, and she saw all the goddamn figures that I worked from Toy Biz, Hasbro, and everything. And then she said, "Oh my God, you're like the 40-year-old virgin."
I'm like, no, bitch, I brought my work home.
That's what And I said, "Do you remember what I do for a living?" You say you design shit, and I said, "Oh, this is the shit that I design." He said, "Oh, that's so cool." All of a sudden, I said, "Oh, now it's all of a sudden." But get the fuck out of my house.
And plus, I made you a drink. I'm a virgin for like 8 more minutes, bitch.
So that was that.
Wow.
But I think what got me into collecting was the community, because I didn't realize how many adult collectors there was when social media hit its peak, I guess you could say. And I didn't feel like I was the odd bird out, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So
I felt like I was the only person around me that I knew in any way, shape, or form.
Right, you know. And then
that's parts of me too.
Yeah, I didn't meet another collector for like a couple years.
You know.
When was the peak of it? Because now it's trash now.
I think the peak of it was about 2010, 2011 was the peak of it, you know. And I think because 10 years ago, it's like if I didn't work for a company H, right, and I had all these toys, I would have been treated like a pariah 10 years ago, like some weirdo. You know what I mean? But now it's the generation has changed, and the nerd culture is more acceptable. And,
oh fuck yeah, it is.
Yeah, and so now like even people like doctors and lawyers, you know, have major collectings in their house and stuff like that. And then I felt like, you know what? Shit, I'm meeting doctors, lawyers, judges, congressmen who fucking, you know, celebrities, you know, like aircraft mechanics, you know, fucking collecting. And so it made me feel even much better as a designer and as another fellow collector. And that's when I started collecting more again.
Mm-hmm.
Who's doing a drug deal live on the show?
Who do you think?
What? Dude, I'm in my living room in my kitchen doing nothing.
You got my smack, motherfucker.
I heard someone say 2 dimes for a 5.
Oh, my wife's gonna cook me some shit.
Oh, that's nice.
She asked me if I wanted 2 of them or 3 of them.
Will you put some Cheetos in my ramen just like the old days?
And you're like, hon, I'm on the show.
Stop it, honey, I'm on the show. Stop.
Yeah. So, what scale do you collect?
I originally was a big 3/4 inch scale collector.
That's impressive.
that was the scale that I was predominantly worked on from Hasbro because I started on the Marvel Universe when I started on the Marvel figures. So I really enjoyed it. Plus, it just brings me back to the days of the G.I. Joes and stuff like that. But unfortunately, those days are getting slimmer and slimmer. So you got to adapt. So when I started doing the 6-inch figures, I started collecting more 6-inch figures. So I have a little bit of mix of both. But my major collection at first was 3/4 inch.
Just so you know that Chris is going to edit that entire question out. It's going to be nothing but you saying about 3 3/4 inch and slimmer and slimmer.
Oh, I just got to throw this in there too. Peter.
So small.
Yeah, I do have a side question, Darius. Being that you do have access to what kind of data there is in the toy industry by doing those bring your kid to work day shit things, do kids give a fuck on a larger scale about toys anymore? Because my kids don't.
No, they really don't, because kids use their imaginations, and I think kids like the smaller figures just to put it in their pocket and easy to transport with them, to take with them if they have to go somewhere with their parents, long trips and stuff like that, Mm-hmm. So it's easier to take with them. So I think they like the smaller figures more than they like the bigger ones, I mean, of course, they like the bigger ones for when they're at home and maybe they use them as a giant, or like the robot figures are bigger than the 3/4 inch stuff. But for the most part, every time when I go out and if I see a kid playing with a toy, they always have like 4 or 5 G.I. Joes or Marvel figures at the small sizes and stuff like that.
Yeah, you got to think of today's kids on the go, man.
Dang, where the hell they get some G.I. Joes from?
Well, probably from their parents, but not vintage.
Just because up to a few years ago, they still had them in the stores.
Yeah,
right?
like the G.I. Joe Retaliation and the 50th anniversary figures. So they buy those, and or like if not those, they buy those True Heroes figures that in Toys R Us, or the Lanyard Corpse figures from Walmart.
Yeah. I always wondered about that. Those guys that make those basically they're G.I. Joe knockoff figures. Mm-hmm. Like those things are really like prominent in a lot of places now.
Oh, definitely.
Who the hell's making this shit?
It's a Chinese company that had a contract with Toys R Us.
So they're out of business too.
Yeah, pretty much. Unless they get a contract for Target or they were owned by Toys R Us, I guess. So I don't know how that's gonna work out now. So, but like
they're making a line called "No More Heroes." All right. So, do you have a Focus collection or any non-Transformers collections?
Oh yes, I have.
I'm sure.
Oh please, I have my G.I. Joe collection. Of all the modern era figures. Those are I have my Voltron diecast collections from Icarus Toys. I have my Marvel Legends. I have some of the SH Figure Art stuff, Power Rangers figures, my wrestling figures. Also, my next biggest collection I have is the Mattel's DC Universe Classics, because even though I love Marvel and I've been reading Marvel comics growing up, but as a child, I was a big DC Comics guy, from Superpowers, from the Super Friends, and all Batman animated series, DC, the DC Showcase, all the DC stuff. So to me, I love the Four Horsemen take on the DC Universe Classics based on the Superpower collection. And I don't have all of them yet, and I still, if I find a piece that I'm missing, I always try to get it, if it was reasonable. And I have Marauders Task Force figures. I got Boss Fight figures. What else collection? Acid Rain, which is another great 3/4 inch line from Korea.
So things we've never even heard of, basically.
Those Acid Rain figures are badass, but they ain't cheap.
They ain't cheap, but they're great painting, weather styling, and I mix them up with my GI Joes and my Marvel Universe. They're fun just to add them in there. So and I have a few Ninja Turtles characters that are my favorites. Like the four guys, Casey Jones, Usagi Yojimbo.
Right, those two characters are both the shit.
Yeah, once they went all crazy with like fucking Wando Gecko and fucking Panda Samurai and Muckman and
Muckman and Joe Eyeball
and Wingnut and Screw Loose, they went crazy. And so I never really got into those figures, but any like the NECA Ninja Turtles.
I feel the same way about the late Transformers. Eventually I was just like, dude, this is getting nuts.
I mean, like with the Action Masters and Pretenders and all that stuff. Yeah,
dude. Anything after the movie, I usually just don't really. I don't really get into it.
There was some good stuff. There were some good figures after the movie, like the Headmasters and the Pretenders, and the Triple Changers and the Six Changers. But when we got into like in the '90s era, that was when it was just like, yeah, that was
stop.
Like, late '89 and '90. That was the end. And I couldn't go with those figures. There was too much spark, you know. What's the next question, gentlemen?
What is
I was like, damn, dude, this guy's hosting. We should replace him.
Yeah. No, 2KO or not the KO, man?
Oh my goodness, that is a hard question.
That's what we do here. We ask the hard questions.
It's because you know what? I say KO. Fuck it, KO. Because
damn right.
That a girl.
Listen, it's your money, and if you want to buy a KO, then buy a fucking KO. Because I mean, like we just talked about it earlier with these KO Star Wars figures, they're worth a pretty penny these days. So, why not? If you enjoy it, just buy it.
Yeah, but Star Wars series is more of a parody than a
which is true.
knockoff, in my opinion.
Which is true. But then again, today's knockoffs.
And it's awesome. I'm gonna just put it out there.
Yeah,
it's awesome.
Today's knockoffs, I can't really say there are officially knockoffs. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. I mean, from the obvious knockoffs, like if they reproduce like a masterpiece figure and stuff like that. But sometimes when they do the upscaling and like Wei Jing, man, there's some of the figures that may be KOs, but they add stuff to it to give you a value of your money that doesn't necessarily is a KO.
Now I'm okay with that sort of thing.
Right.
If you have an exact representation of something that you're saying this is it, except we're gonna put Takasa Tome on it, and it's an exact replica, that's fucked. I mean, if a company's going out of their way if a company's going out of their way to upscale shit and make it a little better, and then maybe charge the same price or a little more, hey, okay. I mean, but if you're straight up knocking it off, like a straight up knockoff, we're not talking third party here, making original designs of their own shit. We're talking about straight up knockoffs. That shit's fucked.
That's what I agree on, because like Tony and Takasa, they kind of hurt the business because they do a straight copy from the box, instruction booklet, layouts,
to make it look like the real thing, so that some guy can go out there and sell a figure for $100, which should only be sold for like $50.
It is the real thing. Like specifically, those are known to fucking be made at the same factory by workers after hours.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the fucking lunchtime specials.
Yeah.
Like, I'll give you a perfect example of one I think to me a KO is perfectly acceptable. When Fans Project came up with their Quake Wave, everybody was loving it, everybody was buying it, and after market was going up $300, $400. Some cases $500.
That's not a knockoff though.
But hold on, and I know that's not a knockoff, but I'm saying, but when Cloud9 did their Quake Blast, the knockoff of that Quake Wave,
I don't call that a knockoff either.
I don't necessarily, I don't know, but I don't say it's not exact knockoff, but they use a lot of the engineering and the design from the fans' toys part. And I mean, it looks way different. Paint is different and everything, but it's like.
Well, I'm going to stop you right there and correct you. It's fans dolls.
Fans dolls. It's a borderline KO to borderline not KO.
I would argue that there's only
I don't know.
ways
I
you
still
can
look
do
at it as an original design. I mean,
Well, let me say what I was gonna say. I think that Quake Blast, like, they may have stolen some engineering, but
let's call it cues.
No, but like, how many different ways is there to make a shockwave transformation?
I wanted to say
pretty
that
much,
as well.
yeah. Mm-hmm.
Same thing with Grimlock.
Yep.
Like, why are all the Grimlocks so similar? Because the Masterpiece Grimlock was nailed.
There's no other way
That's
to
why
do it.
Grinder looks like Grimlock, and that's why they all transform very similarly.
Mm-hmm.
And really, I mean, when it comes to engineering itself, there's only so many ways you can make a fucking waist rotate, or a knee bend or whatever, And Hasbro was awesome when it came out with the Combiner Wars, quote unquote, fucking way of according in the legs.
Mm-hmm.
That was pretty smart. And now even third party are using it.
Yep. Zeta.
You need to use a different example than Zeta.
Why? The Centurion uses the exact same thing as the no, not the Zeta. I'm sorry. Was it no, Zeta. Yeah, Zeta Centurion. They use
the ugly Bruticus bot mode guys.
Yeah, Zeta, man. So, but I say KO. If you want to, it's your guys' money. Go for it. Don't let people, look at you. Those are those same collectors who are, the ones who like to show off their money more than their collection, that they could afford this and they can afford that. If your budget is KO, then buy a fucking KO. If your budget is Hasbro, then buy a Hasbro. If people want to buy Hot Toys, and so fuck Hot Toys, but don't judge other people for what they prefer to buy in their collection. And
exactly.
And I think that's what have a lot of issue with the collectors these days, that they look down on people just because they can't buy Hot Toys, they can't buy Sideshow collectibles, or they don't say, I'm not going to spend $250 for a toy that I may take out of the box and keep it in a fucking display case and never touch it again, So buy the fucking KO if it makes you happy.
Hey, JL.
Yo.
What was that watch you showed me the other day? A Breitling or whatever?
Yeah.
Mm.
Would you rock a fake Breitling?
No.
I wouldn't rock a fake Breitling, but there's another company that I may rock a fake watch company watch from. I can't remember the name of it. Is it Automat Pure something like that?
Well, let me put it like this, because there's watches that are millions of dollars.
Oh yeah,
it's a watch though. I mean,
no, but listen to me. If I could buy a fully functional one that looked just like it, I probably would, just to play with it.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I wouldn't rock it out and pretend that I had the real thing and I was some baller, but just to have the experience of looking at the thing, I'd probably pick one up.
But trust me, even the fake Breitlings are not that cheap either.
Yeah, but there's a huge difference.
In my
business, I'm taught to look for the differences. So.
Oh, right when you would hold them in your hand, you'd notice.
Yeah.
Now,
to me, the fake ones have like zero value, like $0 value.
Oh yeah, of course.
Like they're literally a novelty at that point.
And when it comes to collectors, why do some people think that? Well, it's a knockoff, whatever. Well, when it comes to like designer clothes and handbags and watches, somebody just be like, that's a $40 fucking watch, not a fucking $20,000 watch. Like, I mean, where does that line get drawn? I mean, if you're gonna buy a knockoff, make a custom of it, like a straight up knockoff, okay. I mean, I have a couple, but they're placeholders as for me.
Well, I bought knockoff Transformers to make customs out of because hey, I'd rather spend $30 on a custom that can make.
Yeah, exactly.
If I fuck it up, then hey, that's $30. But if I fuck up a Takara version, that's $80 to $90. Yeah, I can't afford that to do that. You know what I mean?
I have a Masterpiece exhaust that I have all the Marlboro stickers on.
Oh, I did the same thing too.
Yeah, my exhaust is a knockoff too. They sold like 3 fucking real ones.
And then I have the Yes model cone heads, and they're fine. Until Make Toys does theirs, I'll probably get those and replace those with that, and I'll just leave my, 3 main seekers the way they are.
As a customizer, the first time you cut into a fucking actual official, like a Fans Toys or something like that,
it breaks your heart.
It does,
I bet, right?
If you make a mistake, it's just like you're screwed. You're out of that goddamn. You're out of that money.
Like, all right, I cut his leg off now. What the fuck? Let's go.
I guess I'm gonna finish this shit.
No turning back now.
I don't know.
Chris just sits there and sings "Shares." If I could turn back time.
Well, if the guy really wants a representation of the character on his shelf, and he gets a knockoff, then I say so be it too.
Yeah.
But, I mean, try to avoid it is all I'm saying. That's it. Just try to avoid it.
I mean, if all other options fail, and the best representation of that character is a KO, and it's just for your collection, your personal collection, you're not doing it for other people's acceptance and shit. Buy it. Fuck what other people say.
Yeah, you don't need to spend $200 on a Masterpiece Megatron when you can get one for $100. I mean, I get it. I understand.
It's so funny we're having this discussion because 10 years ago we would hide our collection for other people's acceptance.
Exactly, right?
Now we're arguing about knockoffs and shit.
Exactly, I mean, which is great.
I personally won't do it. But if there's something that's better, for instance, like the Yes model Coneheads, I mean, it's better than the Takara. They look better. Like the way that they were designed is more accurate. I don't know. They're stiffer. They're better. They look legit as fuck. And I got them for $60 each versus $180 originally. Get the fuck out of here.
Which is true. Listen,
do I hate myself slightly? Yes. But come on.
We all hate you slightly.
Don't hate yourself. Listen. People forget to enjoy the fucking toys that they have, and it gets all technical, which is official, which is not, which is more expensive, which is a premium, when it's not premium, or which is Hasbro, which is, third party, all these bickering and groups, Beast Wars shit, listen, I don't collect Beast Wars. I don't collect Beast Wars, but let me tell you something. Beast Wars is a fucking important part of the Transformers history, and G1 collectors needs to give them credit when it's credit due. Because
I love Beast Wars.
If it wasn't for Beast Wars, a lot of the Transformers wouldn't be getting made today. It's true. It helped finance more Transformers and brought back the popularity of Transformers because Transformers was stale for a while. Beast Wars helped bring it back.
Can I say something that pains me to say?
Mm-hmm.
Transformers didn't have a story until Beast Wars came out.
Exactly.
Exactly. Yeah.
Exactly. It did, and you're absolutely right.
Especially after, like we were talking about earlier, especially after the movie, after seasons 1 and 2, when it transitioned into 3 and 4, they just started fishing.
Yeah.
They really did.
Season 3,
I can see that. I'm not really dove far into the Beast Wars, but if I did, I'd probably agree. But I just haven't given the time or day. I'm just like, fuck you.
Yeah, Transformers Season 3 was fucking out there, but I love that season.
I do too, because it's wild as fuck.
It's wild as fuck.
Fucking Galvatron in the fucking loony bin. God,
dude, I got a shirt.
Dude, I can't smoke enough weed to get into that shit.
I got a t-shirt of that.
Seriously,
What are you talking about?
I really can't. Like, it just starts getting weird and all over the place.
What we're doing.
And
that's what we're doing. DA, that's a new segment. We're gonna fucking watch those fucked up episodes and get fucking baked as shit.
Get blasted and watch season 3 through 4. Like, I have the
bite
Matrix
me.
of Leadership box set, and I will watch
I
that
got
shit
that box
from beginning
set
to
too.
end. I will watch it from beginning to end. And right around season 3 and 4, and I'll watch the movie in between, right around season 3 and 4, I'll just like, I don't know, man, I block it out, and I get up around the house and start doing shit, and it's just in the background, and it's just like, who gives a fuck?
See, I love all that shit. I love
that season was great, man.
No, man,
crazy.
Call of the Primitives is awesome.
Oh, that's an awesome episode.
Grimlock's new brain is great. I mean, it's just, it was fucking out there. But that time period, if you saw all the shit that was playing in the 80s during that time, from Dino Riders to Captain Power, Soldier of the Future, which is another great show, one of my favorites back then. I
get it, but it was just fucked to me, dude. It's fucky. It's just all around fucky.
You need to relax,
man. That's the only way I can describe it.
But man, we gotta move on, man. We're approaching 2.5 hours. People already tuned out an hour ago.
Yeah, probably. Yeah.
No,
it's fine.
Joking. So what movie makes you cry?
Oh man, Dumbo is the first one.
What?
Yeah, Dumbo.
They take his mother away, of course, and then he got that fucking song in the background.
Another one made me cry when I was maybe 12. It was just one scene, Hook. That one scene in Hook when what his name was, Nibbles, the little black kid, was like rubbing Peter's face, and then he said, "Oh, there you are, Peter." I kind of teared up in that one.
Hook is sad as fuck, dude.
Yeah, it is sad. You know, it's just the underlying message of Hook. You know,
that's Robin Williams and right? Robin Williams and Dustin Hoffman.
Yes, exactly. Yeah, great fucking movie. One of my favorite movies back growing up. See what other movies made me cry? The Crow made me cry.
I can't remember anything about that movie. I haven't seen it in like 20 years.
Oh, still a great movie. Because I during the time I was dating a girl that I really cared about, and she passed away in a carjacking. And during that time, and so that movie kind of reminded me of that kind of love that I had with her. And so so I kind of cry and I think about her, that, you know, where she could be today if she was alive. So
the show gets deep sometimes.
So those are the top 3 movies I can think of that makes me cry.
Well, we only asked you for one, but thank you.
Oh, you're welcome.
So, have you ever done anything untoward for your toy collection, like go to college?
That is pretty fucked.
Yeah, I guess I went to college for my toy dedication.
Yeah.
Pretty much, yeah.
You went to toy college. That's awesome.
Yeah.
A lot of unprotected sex and drinking.
I just went to AA. That's it.
You've never been to a meeting in your life.
You're right.
Thank you. I'm here all week.
Try the veal.
Let me see if I can think of anything else untoward I've done for my toy addiction.
Do you ever like fuck a guy in the corporate like biz?
No.
Be like, like blackball that fucker, be like steal his shit, or like step on his dick to get ahead in the biz? That would be kind of the same way, right?
Yeah, but I've done some scandalous shit to some boss employees.
Perfect.
But
Tear it out. Let's go.
I am afraid that it may get back to him.
Crystal edit it out.
So,
not during the show.
Chris will not edit it out. You're a liar, Dustin.
I fucked my employee, my supervisor's wife at a Christmas party.
Oh my god, dude!
Shit. Scandalous.
To buy toys?
Not to buy toys, but
that's what we asked. We're not asking.
Hold on.
We're not asking all your dirt.
This is like completely. You answered a completely different question.
I didn't. Hold on. But I didn't. But not to buy toys. But I did got a promotion from my boss because she told him to.
How good of a character you had.
You know,
you dirty motherfucker. God damn.
She recommended me to him for the position, so I got the promotion and the raise, so I can buy more toys. So basically, yes, I did.
So Chris,
brother.
What he means to say is he has done something untoward for your collection.
Yes. Thank you.
Oh man,
you're the coolest guy I've ever talked to.
He's definitely up there. Well, what do you do? I make toys, I collect toys, I fuck bitches, you know. I eat Cuban sandwiches.
I'll get you in trouble, but if you want to, I'd love to be your friend.
Oh, you can be my friend, dude. Shit, man.
Oh man, so I guess what's the next question? Tits, ass, legs, face, or other?
I think a little bit of everything, but I think a little bit more ass. I'm more of an ass guy, you know.
Nice.
I knew it.
As you can see from the picture that I gave you guys. So, yeah, I think a little bit of everything. You gotta have a nice balance, you know. But yeah, I'm more of a ass dude, and then tits is next. Legs is good too, and then of course you gotta have a nice face. But you know, if you're a butterface and if I'm drunk, then fuck it. You know?
Right? Dude, I got a rule. They can be good looking, but as long as their fucking tits stick out past their gut, it's fair game. All right? Now, they can be ugly as fuck, but if they got a smoking hot body, I'm fucking all in.
Well, if they're ugly as sin and have a great body, I think we're gonna be doing a lot of doggy style that night.
Fuck yeah.
You can't, you know, if that ugly face is gonna basically shrink the peener, you know. Yeah. So turn around.
Those things where you're like, oh yeah, I'm trying to get freaky with you, but I'm just gonna cover your face with this pillow here to cover your moans.
Or I told him, here, wear this mask. Let's role play. You're Catwoman.
Eartha Kitt then or Eartha Kitt now?
Dude, when you're a toy developer, you can probably get away with that shit. You want to see my playroom?
Let's role play your groceries.
Your groceries.
Put this grocery bag on your head.
Put this grocery bag over your head so I can eat your ass like groceries. Come on, let's go.
They fucked up is you had some like makeshift like stick figure lips and eyes on it. Which would be way better than she
You put the googly eyes on the bag. And every time you thrust, you put the Google eyes in the bag, and every time you thrust into her, the Google eyes starts bouncing around.
Yeah. You gotta put the eyes facing you.
Now you
like big oval-shaped ones, so they're always at the bottom, looking down.
You need two different.
The little round ones or the ones on springs.
Little round ones, and they need to be two different sizes too, just because fuck of it.
No, you get the big oval one, so it always looks like it's looking down at your small shit.
So what's a weird thing about you, man? Idiosyncrasies, phobias, etc.
He works at Hasbro.
Yeah.
I could say this. One of the idiosyncrasies I like to do is I collect a shitload of those Bed Bath & Beyond coupons. I have like stacks and stacks of them.
I've never given them $1 in my entire life.
So every time I go, I'll grab the stack and use those coupons because you get the 25% off, you get the $5 off coupons, the $10 off coupons, and you go balling, you know.
You actually use them. You're not just hoarding fucking Bed Bath Beyond coupons.
Well, yeah,
them candles and shit.
Kind of both. You hoard them and I use them because they don't expire. You know, they still take them after 5 years.
Damn, dude.
So yeah, so
what?
So I keep them. Yeah, they don't. If they expire, they still take them. So that's why I save them. Oh, yes, they do.
They're like, man, fuck, man, the candle game's hard. We need to get rid of some of this shit.
So, so I always ask my friends, like, hey, did you get those Bed Bath & Beyond coupons? And if you don't want them, I'll take them. So
Yo, did you get them coupons for them Edward Scissorhand towels?
So anytime I go, man, I'm ready to. I go get whatever kitchen, bath, and house stuff I need.
That motherfucker's exfoliating and all types of shit, probably.
Man, one day they're going to be going bankrupt, and like Darius is going to bring them out of bankruptcy by finally shredding the fucking coupons. Yeah, are you holding some Toys R Us coupons you could probably shred, make them more liquid again?
How you fix for cold cash?
Dude, I got $40 in cold cash right now.
That's the biggest fucking scam of all. My wife.
It is, right? Yeah. And it's funny because, like, once the sale stops, that gets people in the store, they give you the Kohl's cash, then they mark everything up to regular price for a week. When it's active.
It's awesome.
It's the cutest thing ever.
I like the cash back on the credit cards. It's like, oh, I got a balance of like $7,000. You got $1.33 in extra credit.
Yeah.
All right, so I guess
pay that fucker off every month, bro.
Let's finish. I'm fucking with you, dude. Let's finish this off with his finishing move. What's your go-to sex position?
Doggy and reverse cowgirl.
Yeah.
Those are really popular.
Yeah.
Have you ever transitioned from one to the other without losing penetration?
Yes.
Nice.
That one's easy. They just fucking fall back.
Yeah, you just have you just have her wrap her legs around your waist.
They're probably
easy if you got bad knees.
They're probably the most like answered explanations is because the fact that most of us are probably lazy. But yet we are also self-centered, so we're going to do whatever we can do to make it feel good to ourselves.
Mm-hmm. Make it about us.
Yeah, so doggy style is great for that. But again, women love it at the same time.
Mm-hmm.
But at the same time, if you want to be lazy, cowgirl or reverse cowgirl is always a go-to.
Mm.
All right, so let's move on to everybody's favorite segment, the TKO girls. And I guess whose is this first one?
I believe this one's mine.
You forgot?
It's just a big old fat ass covered in beads of water in a shower.
In a hotel, and they got the extra towels.
And she is not a fat ass. She just has a fat ass.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. It's great. And she's actually even thinner than I prefer. And she's got some big old fat titties there hiding there underneath her arm.
You can see that.
Oh, yeah.
What's up with all the towels?
Well, that's a hotel. I mean, come on.
It's got to be a hotel.
Yeah.
I mean, look at the little fart fan up in the corner there. It wasn't even strategically placed like it was a home. It was just put wherever it was.
Now, what about
directly above the toilet so that way you can take a shit?
What about if she's horribly flatulent? Would that ruin it for you?
No. I put my face in that fucker.
She's just making room and whistling at me.
Dude, this bitch right here could go for a jog in like 100-degree weather after working all day and taking a shit twice that day. And she could sit on my face and I wouldn't care.
Even with swamp ass?
Gross.
I just described swamp ass.
Yeah, he was diarrhea swamp ass. It's nasty. So,
and then I also put in this 72 Charger that I detailed today.
That's badass.
Nice, yeah.
I would actually rather have that, to be honest with you.
It is a beautiful fucking car. I went inside of it, top to bottom, in and out. It was very, very fun. I didn't get to drive it, but
could have.
I also detailed this car last year, and then right after I detailed it, the guy won a trophy in a car show. So,
oh wow,
nice.
That'll kind of speak to you.
So did you charge him more this year?
Yes, I did actually.
Fuck
I upped him $20.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Yeah.
If he wants that car show quality like he did last year, you better give him more. Give him more.
And then I also detailed his wife's 63 Mercury Monterey, which is a gangster-ass whip, I might add. And she also brought home a trophy in her class.
Nice.
So, I did definitely tax him this year.
So, who put JC's in here?
What?
Who's this next one?
I don't know whose that is.
I think that's JC's.
Oh, it's JC. The ghost of JC
is this a dude in a dress?
No,
that's
Mama June.
That's Mama June from Honey Boo Boo.
She lost like 800 pounds.
Really?
Yeah, she lost like 800 pounds.
Likes, my daughter, she likes sketty and butter. It's her favorite food.
You can take all the Weight Watchers and Nutrisystem you want. You still fucking backwoods hillbilly stupid bitch.
Oh,
yeah.
Jesus.
Yeah, she's
Mama June.
But do you know who likes backwoods hillbilly stupid?
The OP?
Our own Justin Christian.
Did he really put this in here?
He had to. I didn't put this in here, did you?
Tyler, are you still alive?
Yeah, I'm alive.
Hookers get out and get you.
No, I'm alive.
I didn't put this picture in here.
So one of your hookers didn't get out of the basement then.
God. I didn't put the. No, I'm looking at it now. There's no way in hell I had to put this in here.
Lies.
Why?
Does it look like she had
JC then?
She did. She must have had the fucking bags removed from under her fucking arm.
I was
it looks like she's got a clothespin on the back.
Totally
she got a scar.
Yeah,
she got a scar on her
the
arm.
bags removed from her arms, dude.
She can do it. She can do whatever.
Way in fucking hell that's real.
I want to make it clear.
No,
I am not
the
fucking
scars. You can see the scars on her arms.
I'm not fucking making fun of her for the fucking weight loss and all that. Good on her. Awesome. Great job.
She's gonna be dumb for a whole lot longer now.
Yeah, exactly.
And her face is still broken.
Her face is totally broken. And
it was.
Dude, there's going to be a whole bunch of sleazy Hollywood fucks that are going to go ahead and bang her now because she's skinny just for the novelty of it.
I just can't stand her face,
and she's going to be dumb.
Yeah, I don't like that face at all.
And plus, she's just a horrible woman. She went back with the guy who molested her daughter and had a
shit.
She's just
ultimately she pimped out her kid regardless. So
pretty
that's like
much,
the first fucking thing on the list. Let's go ahead and put that right out there.
Yep. She has a face like if you ask a 3-year-old to draw mommy. That's how you know. That's how they draw the nose.
Oh my god.
But anyways, good for her. She can continue to be a piece of human trash for a lot longer.
Whoa, is this one of JL's crazy breakfast sandwiches?
Look at this. Look at this beauty right here.
Is that a breakfast burrito?
You make this at home?
No, I did not. I did not make this one, but I do make my own breakfast burritos at home.
I just saw the little cups.
But
on the side,
this is in fact a breakfast chimichanga.
Ooh.
And I forget what that chimichurri is. That green shit. That stuff is fire, dude.
Yeah,
I don't have any idea what it's made out of. It could be cow snot. I don't give a fuck.
Chimichurri is parsley, oil,
a little vinegar, sometimes pepper,
onion. Later,
is it cilantro?
Cilantro, yes. If you want a cilantro,
it's Brazilian.
It's good as fuck.
Yeah, they use it for grilled meats and everything. That's what they normally put it on.
If we go to that Brazilian steakhouse in fucking Chicago,
they have chimichurri.
Oh,
yes.
Fuck yeah, they do.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I wish I had put the picture that I sent JC to try and make him vomit, where I had a bunch of flavor on the plate.
Yeah.
And
so nothing but
anything but steak and potato. I load that thing. I use all that chimichurri on this shit. That stuff is delicious. That salsa, they ended up throwing some of that salsa away. It's good, but it ain't chimichurri good. That's bacon, egg, and cheese, and that bitch was deep fried, and it is delicious. And I'm starting to get a boner.
I have a question. What is chimichurri? I've never had that.
It's the green shit we just talked about for 15 minutes.
It's a sauce that you put on grilled meats. It's predominantly in Brazil, but a lot of South American countries has it as well.
Yeah.
Where do you buy that at?
I don't know that.
You make it fresh. You make it fresh.
It's better make it fresh. It's better off making it fresh and just do it that way. But you can find it at some grocery stores if you.
It tastes like olive oil and cilantro is what it tastes like.
Yeah,
it's really good.
You gotta find it in the ethics section, Tyler.
Yeah, it's basically Tyler. It's the equivalent to a South American pesto sauce. Mm-hmm. So, but they use South American ingredients. So that's pretty much what it is.
And it's one of those things that will vary widely from who makes it.
Yes, it varies from which country who makes it, definitely.
But it is delicious, and that chimichanga was delicious.
Hey, T-Pain.
Robot Tyler.
Sorry. Hey,
Robot Tyler, too.
I'll try any food as long as it ain't like bugs or some weird stuff.
No, it's all vegetables and oil and salt, pepper. You're good. You're good to go.
If I'm trying new foods and it's like, and here we have like chocolate covered crickets, I'm like, I'm out. I'm done. Bye.
I'm starting to go into a trance. We got to move this along. Burritos got me going. So, Chris, tell us about your girl.
She is just fucking hot and a little bit dirty, but not very dirty.
Do you think she makes chimichurri at the restaurant?
I don't care.
I hope she does.
She got a real tight fucking tank top on, shows her fucking nipples. She poured a little water on there. And the panties, the way that they are fucking hugging the hips, but yet dipping down and just hugging and squeezing that fucking pussy.
Yeah, she did that with clips, like little chip clips.
I don't motherfucking
The clam.
You see the clips? I see the clips.
Yeah, I see it.
No, you're not supposed to look at any clips.
She borrowed those wiener in it. Skinny Honey Boo Boo's neck.
But she's just a hot fucking bitch, and I'd take care of it.
Again.
You think that she might be being abused somehow? Maybe she has some kind of horrible neurological disease where she can't get the water.
She looks like she likes to be.
She does look like she'll take a fucking beating.
Yeah, punch me in the face, I don't care, I'll blow you the next day.
She's the kind of girl that tells you, like, when you're fucking doing her doggy style, to fucking smack her in the back of the head.
Yeah, let's get this.
You know what? She's the kind of girl that goes, "Don't touch me," but here, take some photographs, give me $100.
Yeah.
I'm gonna drink this water and spill some on my shirt.
And it looks like she's holding a coffee creamer in her left hand. But whatever.
I think
that's the back of a very large old LCD TV.
I think that's maybe the cap for the water bottle. Maybe I don't know.
All that we've learned is she has no idea how to actually drink water like an adult.
No.
I have a hole in my lip.
Yeah, maybe she might. She has piercings. All right, so moving on. This one must belong to you, Darius.
Yes, sir.
And what have you now? Besides me, you're the only one that's ate the one that was in the picture. Am I right?
This is beautiful.
Yeah, it is pretty good.
Thank you.
Oh, hey,
that is my ex.
This is your ex-girlfriend.
Yeah, dude, that's why I said he's the only other one that ate the picture.
I was trying to do it for the show, asshole.
And this is one of my favorite pictures of her. I have better ones too. But she's wearing a Batman tank top. And as you can see, the Daisy Dukes. And with the full
those ain't Daisy Dukes, dude. Those are Daisy show all the ass.
Those are just Daisy They're abbreviated.
Did she wear this shit like out or just for you?
No. Just for me. No.
Okay, God.
Where's your right arm?
Dude, you gotta have a ballin' ass bitch that'll just wear this shit everywhere you guys go.
Her right arm blends into the door.
Every dude you see looking at her, you give her that eye like, yep, I'm fucking that.
Well, yeah, but, it's just, there's certain thing. It's like a certain level. When we go out together, she do dress really nice,
Nice.
And sexy for me and
like
everything.
a knee-high dress.
Yeah, she did that, and she really dressed really well and classy and sporty when she feels like doing it and everything and that. But there's also outfits that she just wears just for me, and which is I just appreciate that, because
fuck, my wife puts on sweatpants at night, bro. Or her robe. She's got this robe. If she puts it on, I know I ain't getting any.
Nice.
Even though we're not officially together right now, but she is still my best friend, and
she's still your private dancer.
Oh hell yeah!
Nice.
So right now we're just trying to figure things out.
Well, she's got a great ass.
Oh, thank you, sir.
You've been smacking it. It's all red.
You probably did before the picture was taken.
Yeah,
somebody had to take it.
Yeah, good. I did a couple of smacks and a grab.
Does she work for Jack Specific?
No.
Who makes an ugly toy? You do.
Now, I got a question for you.
Who uses shoddy plastic? Yeah.
Darius.
Yes, sir.
I know that you're a man of darker complexion.
Yes, sir.
Do you eat pussy?
Yes, sir.
That a girl. Good man.
I don't.
I hear a lot of black men don't eat pussy.
I think that's a lie.
I think that's a lie.
I hear a lot of Iowans with Jeeps don't.
Like JC says he doesn't.
I think maybe some black guys may, and I think the black guys that says that maybe had a bad experience at
Lies!
it.
They had that experience that Dustin was talking about earlier.
Yeah.
Big old swamp ass.
Yeah, SpongeBob.
And maybe that's why they don't do it, but I do it. Fuck. I have no issues.
They've been around too many hood rats.
Gross.
Well, I mean, just think the average hood fucking rat. You think that shit's super fucking clean, or there's some lazy bitch sitting around letting her fucking pussy ferment?
Now you think about that, don't you, Dustin?
A little bit. Yeah.
We're all just fucking filthy animals putting our mouths in fucking shit where it don't belong anymore.
True.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah, like on a fried burrito.
I don't want to use a fork that happened to touch a table, but I'll fucking eat ass.
That's how I am.
Right?
Yo, I went to get sushi for lunch because I was off today, and I unraveled, I needed a napkin for something, so I opened the napkin up, and the piece of paper that they use to tie the napkin together, I guess when they send it off to the service, I put the fork part that touches the food on the paper instead of letting it touch the table.
How can you be a guy that's a germaphobe eat sushi?
Because my body digests it. I don't know.
I can't eat anything that I can't pronounce or spell.
I'm a germaphobe, not a food poisoning-ophobe.
Sushi is very safe, the kind of grade that the fish that they use.
No, I get that. I understand that. But it's just.
But it's kind of funny.
I'm not even going to try it.
We should make you try it.
I'm the new JC. I'm not even going to try it. That's as far as I go.
You'd be surprised. It's good.
Tyler said something?
I said it's got too many flavors. He's not going to try it.
But I like fish. Sushi.
Yeah, he was the only fucking person pissed off when fucking Baskin Robbins came out with 31 flavors.
Yeah, he was.
God damn it.
He quit drinking Dr. Pepper because they said they had 23 flavors.
How many flavors, Tyler? Say it again.
23.
There you go.
Whatever.
Oh, I wanted you to sing it again.
I think we're going to have to start putting Tyler on video and having him sign everything to us. All right, well, let's get through some of these questions because we had just hit 3 hours, and YouTube says that most people last about 3 minutes and 46 seconds.
Right.
Yeah, but the guest is fucking balling this shit.
No, I don't, man.
Well, thank you so much, guys.
Round of applause for this.
Yeah.
Guy. I mean, seriously.
Thank you so much.
We need a new segment about what did you do this week?
You guys should just replace me with him.
Don't joke.
I know.
I'm serious, actually. Because I'm a hardcore listener beforehand, so that's...
Justin's already ready to quit.
Yeah. Bring him on.
He's like, this is too hard. I just want to listen.
He's going to Iowa, Paul Duckett, Jeep, and Chrysler tomorrow. Buy himself a Wrangler.
Dude, Mopar's not for me. I'm a Chevy guy.
Yeah, me too. All right, so let's do the questions. We only got 2 of them, so it shouldn't be too bad.
If I missed one, I apologize. Because I was so busy. If I missed a question, because people sent me questions, if I missed one, I apologize.
It's fine.
I'll
get to it.
It's so fine, Tyler.
Question number 1. We all know that movies make us laugh and cry, but what movie was so fucking awful it made you walk out of the theater in disgust? And that's from Andrew Gort, one of my friends and listeners.
That's a pretty hardcore question, actually.
It's hard to get me to walk out of something I paid $11 for.
I don't think I've ever actually walked out of a movie. If I was going to go to a movie, it was one of those things I wanted to go see the fucking flick. Other than that, I always wait for the DVD. But there's been plenty of movies I've just turned off while I've been watching them. But
I didn't walk out, but I would say every Harry Potter movie my wife made me go see.
Yeah, I haven't even watched any of them, actually, so I would agree with JL.
That and the third Lord of the Rings movie, whatever the hell that was.
I never walked out of a movie, but let's see. I fell asleep during the only 2 attempts I made to watch the new Power Rangers movie. And whatever Transformers, the one with the Dinobots, that one I walked out of there feeling like I should have watched X-Men Days of Future Past for a 4th time.
Oh, Age of Extinction.
Oh,
I had a buddy pass out like 30 minutes into one of the newer Ninja Turtle movies.
I didn't even watch those. I can't.
I watched the second one and I remember nothing.
Did they make 2? Because I realized they made 2, and they're all both the goddamn same movie. So I just think of them all as one movie. I think I saw both of them, but they were just so bad.
Those new ones are terrible, dude.
They're so terrible. But I have walked out of 2 movies in my lifetime. The first one was the Blair Witch Project.
Yeah.
I was so bored and frustrated. I just wanted to go home, and I didn't finish watching it. So I walked out. So I didn't even know what was the ending. And then when it came out a video, I got the video, and I watched the ending and said, this is the shit it was about. And I was furious that I wasted money on this goddamn video. And I literally took it out of my VCR and I threw it out the goddamn window out of my apartment.
Nice.
You gotta understand, man, that fucking style of filming was like, state of the art and brand new.
It wasn't.
There was no story.
No, it wasn't, because you know where I seen that shit before?
No, it was terrible.
I watched it on Real World, Road Rules, and all that shit back then on MTV, because that's what all they did was fucking arguing and bitch about shit and make weird noises at night. Fuck
dude,
that.
They filmed it like Cops, dude. They was like, hey, it's an episode of Cops.
Yeah.
Let's film a scary movie.
Yeah, fuck that movie. Next movie I walked out of, and I didn't pay for it, so it was okay for me to walk out of it. It was the advanced screening of Transformers: Age of was it the second one? The Fallen?
Age of Thunder.
Revenge of the Fallen.
Revenge of the Fallen. Thank you.
That was that was bad.
When I got to the part, I almost walked out when they saw Mud Flap and Skids, but I walked out with the part when Devastator formed. The Constructicons formed Devastator.
And he had balls.
The truck balls. I was done. I fucking
You're like, I'm out.
Man, I actually thought that was funny.
I didn't. That was dumb.
I couldn't deal with it no more, and I just walked out and went back into my office at the time and
working for Hasbro.
Sipping.
What the fuck?
I had a sip of what did I have? Tanqueray Rampart Lime gin in my desk, and I had 3 shots. What are you talking about?
I like gin too.
That gin is fucking dude. There's nothing. I love whiskey too. But fucking Rampart Lime in the summertime gin is beautiful. Great. So, and I needed that fucking gin because I didn't have anything else harder to drink that day after I watched that atrocity of a film. So, those are the two films I walked out of my whole life. Everything I've been and I've just dealt with it, you know?
Like, I helped make this shit. Ugh.
Well, it's like I said last week, man. They got to put that shit in there to fucking grab everybody, you know? Think of the average layman, dude. That's how they grab them.
You know where you fucked up, man? When you threw that VHS tape out the window, it struck a young Michael Bay in the head.
Oh. He's like, bombs! Bombs!
Blair Witch Project, this is masterful cinematography.
And you know what the funny thing is? That after I threw it, I did regret throwing it out because shit, I could have just used it to record over that shit.
Yeah.
That was a blank tape wasted. Oh well.
Or just played it in the background with some college date or something.
All right.
Like, hey, we're gonna watch the Blair Witch Project, and then I'm gonna put my tongue up your ass.
How did you make it possible to record on bought VHS?
You block the tab, dude. You block the hole in the tab.
Scotch tape.
Exactly.
Scotch tape. That's all you need is Scotch tape and block the tab.
Piece of tape. That's it.
That's it.
Stuff it with paper towel or put a piece of tape over it. Yeah, there's a little tab that would be broken off. That's
fine.
Yeah, I just put like electrical tape or some strong type of tape, packing tape, duct tape,
chewing gum.
See, we were an inventive generation, man.
Yeah, man.
We had to figure some shit out. We wasn't all just handled to us.
Hey, Chris.
Wait, what?
Did you ever figure out that old headphones, that the left side would
is a microphone?
Yes.
I actually took it apart to record from MTV's Unplugged, Great White singing "Babe, I'm Gonna Leave You" by fucking Zeppelin.
To the TV, nice.
Right next to the
headphones.
By the way,
next to the console television speaker.
Jesus.
That's one of my favorite.
It probably turned out ballin' too.
It was.
That
got me by until they actually released it.
It was like your first recording ever.
Pretty much.
You busted up a pair of headphones and then set it use the left speaker and set it next to a TV to record a fucking song on television, so you could play it back at will call.
Nice.
I didn't know that. In the summertime.
That's pretty cool.
My movie is fucking Capote.
That was an okay movie.
No, it wasn't.
You know what? You know what was distracting about the movie? It was his voice. That's the only thing I couldn't get into. But everything else about Capote was pretty okay.
It was
I've never seen it.
It was the storytelling
I've never heard
style. Of it. It was like, we went on a group date kind of thing, like a bunch of husbands, wives, girlfriend fucking thing.
Well, it was gay right out the gate.
No shit. But it's what you do when you're fucking going out with your girlfriend, and that's what she wants to do.
In hopes to get your dick sucked.
Yeah.
Only.
Right. So we go there and we watch this fucking movie. I didn't want to see it to begin with, but I don't have a problem watching high art pieces or anything. But I'm sitting there watching this fucking desaturated fucking movie with the most droning on goddamn fucking dialogue and his fucking affectation. And 11 minutes left in the movie, the projector fucking dies, and they have to give us our fucking money back.
Nice.
I was happy as a fucking clam.
You're like, fuck yeah.
And when Philip Seymour Hoffman died, I was like, thank you. Fuck you, Capote.
Damn.
And then with your refund, you went and got yourself a fucking Philly cheesesteak.
Probably did.
No, he went and got himself a hooker.
And a beer. Because that's probably what it cost. A Philly cheesesteak and a beer to go see a movie.
All right, so let's move on. Okay. Who would you rather fuck? Chaz Bono or Caitlyn Jenner? JL is allowed. JD Matthews is the third option. You know my answer.
Chaz Bono, right?
No. JD Williams right in the ass.
You know what? I think I would fuck Caitlyn Jenner just so I could fucking punch him in the back of the head repeatedly. Fuck it, it's bruised. You were born bruised. You were fucking bruised until you were like 65. Why now?
He hurt you.
I will say Caitlyn Jenner too, because for the only reason I can say, hey, it could be Janice Dickerson because they look alike today. So I'll just say I'm fucking Janice Dickerson. This is not Caitlyn Jenner. This is Janice Dickerson. So that would be my choice.
Now who's Chaz Bono again?
Oh God! Don't look it up. Don't look it up. Don't look it up. Don't.
Chaz Bono is the son. It was the daughter of Sonny and Cher, who decided to become a man.
Okay, well, I'm right now. I'm just gonna say I'm gonna go ahead and bend J.D. Matthews over a fucking chair and fuck him right up at the ass.
Damn right.
I gotta see who this J.D. Matthews is. Hold on.
Well, first of all, you're a fucking asshole.
Yeah.
You gotta get permission from JL to fuck him.
I get to go first, so I don't want nobody's seconds. Everybody else gets a turn after that, though.
Dude, this is the type of dude that I would fuck up the ass just for fun, and then right when I'm about to bust nut, I punch him right in the back of the fucking head.
Nice. The bitch gets a donkey punch.
Again.
So it's J, like the JD.
Oh, God damn it.
Matthews?
Yeah.
It's the guy that was picking on my wife at Skullfest. Or about Skullfest.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it told me fucked up.
Good luck. He's like a fucking leprechaun. He jumps in, jumps out of groups. Fucking sometimes he's one guy, sometimes he's another guy.
Sometimes he's with another guy. Yeah, whatever. That makes him happy.
He did have a hot ass fucking ex-wife. I would give him that.
Well, she did the smart thing and left him.
He's one comment away from me. I'll pay the 40. I screenshotted. There's this website you can go to called Intellus, and it's got all your personal information.
Nice.
He's one comment away. He's one comment away from ever put I had nothing to do with all of Justin's whatever Justin drama he starts, but they put me and poor Loretta into it, and one more comment, and I'll dump his information to everybody. I don't care.
Or just dump him in the basement.
This is the type of guy that if I seen him in person and he said one word to me, I'd give him a fucking uppercut.
Tiger! Uppercut!
Yeah.
Straight up,
he's a real piece of trash.
If you looked at that picture, like where that one picture where he's like trying to be cool, it's like nothing in that picture total matches each other. Like the shorts with the sandals, yet the transvestite face with the curly ponytail. It's like he's a bad DFC figure. It was just bad. It's just like nothing matched. I don't know.
Well, some people's kids,
And the thing is, he's never going to show up to a TFCon. He's never going to show up anywhere because he knows he has no power when he's not behind a keyboard, and that's what I don't like about this.
Well, he'll get fucked up.
I was gonna say he ain't coming to no TFCon now.
Well, especially if he even looks in the direction of us or even says anything, he'll probably get fucked up.
Yeah.
Well, I'm not sure if I found the right guy, but is this raver-looking dude with the goatee?
Yeah.
Okay.
Probably. Cool. If he looks stupid, then yeah, you got the right guy.
Yeah, I think I found him. He's wearing lipstick on this.
Yep.
That's him.
That's
okay.
him.
That's him. All right, look. I'm happy for you if you've accepted yourself and you do what you do. But if you're gonna do stuff that's like off, a little bit not mainstream like that, you don't make fun of fucking people on the internet.
No, you don't.
Especially their wives who have nothing to do with it.
Dude, Dude, I'm a hardcore criminal for most of my life. You don't bring in people's wives or kids into anything.
Nope.
And if you do, you get fucked up, dude. That's the bottom line. You get fucked up.
And half the time, like, I was uncomfortable fucking talking about Darius's fucking girl because you don't fucking talk about their girls either.
No, fuck that. I'll wear that dude's ex-girlfriend's fucking ass like a mask. Fuck him, dude. I'll steal his bitch.
Hey, I think he blocked me because I can't find his profile anymore. What's his profile picture since you're looking at it?
Right now, too.
Well, I guess you don't have to worry about him saying one
His
fucking
profile
thing to you,
picture, he's had like horrible eye mascara on with the headphones on. Some red headphones on.
Oh, yeah, I got him. He's looking like a fucking cheap-ass Dean Snyder and shit.
Or fucked up Beetlejuice or something. I don't know.
Yeah.
It's like the end of the show. All this is being put on the air. Mm-hmm. Just to let you guys, let this fuck know that we don't give a fuck.
I can't find him. He must have blocked me.
Probably.
I say nothing
Dude, I'll
to
slap
him.
this kid. I'll slap this fucking kid right in his face.
We gotta start wrapping this show up.
Yeah, before we start talking about things that we're gonna fucking do to the dude, which becomes a legal issue. Let's
These views are not representative of TKO Podcast or TKO Podcast Group.
Send it my way.
Yeah.
And ain't nobody doing nothing.
No, that's true. We're all nerds. We're all going to sit quiet at a table and not say anything to anybody.
I'm just going to take a shit in this toilet and not flush.
Oh.
I'm going to shit on his rug and then pee on my turd.
Oh.
All right.
Oh, my goodness. This has been a great night, guys.
Yeah, it is. Don't forget, you can catch us on Instagram at TKO the Podcast, whatever Instagram is.
Is it spelled wrong?
It's fine. At TKO the Podcast.
You mispronounced it. Does it say podcast?
No, it says Instagram.
Yeah. It's a mention Instagram.
Yeah.
TKO the Podcast.
It's a reminder because we're more popular on Instagram than anywhere else we actually check.
Yes.
Every time after I open it up, I'll post like 3 things, and after I open it up, there's over 100 notifications, so I guess doing something right.
Yeah, we got more fans there than we have in this fucking show.
We've had more guests than listeners at this point.
Yeah.
Oh, I guess with that, I'll go ahead and call it a night. You've been a great guest, Darius, man. That was a good time.
Oh, great.
Yeah.
Off the rails, but it's been amazing.
It's been good.
Hey, now, Darius, would you like to, what do they call it? I can't think this late at night.
You're drunk.
No, I only had one drink.
I had like 5
where
or
we
6.
can find
I had 6 beers or more.
Nice.
I lost count. You guys can find me larking.
LARPing?
LARPing
Fireball.
on the RC on the ROC group page. People can find me on Instagram under Cool Nerd Daz. Also on Facebook. It's a selected group of Facebook, so don't take offense if anybody try to add me if I don't. But sometimes I feel nice to add a group of people here and there, talk about bullshit and whatever. But yeah, you can find me in those 3 places mostly. And also, you can find my stuff on your toy stores and toy aisles. And
generally anywhere that never restocks.
Yeah.
Buy his shit or fuck you.
Yeah.
But again, thank you guys so much for having me on. I should have came on way sooner.
Dude, it was a pleasure. And please tell everybody that you know that we're not the big bad awful thing, but we will fuck you up.
Yeah. I'm on the front line, so.
If you would like, he has a coffee table book full of pictures of his exes available on Etsy.
Send me a link to that coffee table book.
Yeah. It's available on the hardback for $139.95. Produced by Hasbro Publishing.
And it says dedicated to fuck her in the background. In the back there.
10% of all sales goes to buying long pants for women.
Please cover these cheeks.
Oh, good.
Oh my god, man. Alright. So, good night, everybody. We're out.
Good night.
Good night, everyone.
Good night, peeps. Hail Hasbro.
Since some people are too lazy to read, here are the shout-outs. Shout-out to TF and WTF Ever, the greatest Transformers and What the Fuck Ever Facebook group ever. El Customs, an international consortium of Transformers customizers and creators. Third-party TF Crashers, Yula Blamo. Hail Hasbro Reviews with Matthew Deluxe Baldwin. Shattercast Uncut, Bobby Skullface Reviews, Legions for the Fountain of Material, the Realm of Collectors, Figure Bangin', the entire Cool Table Network, the Blackout and Shout podcast, and of course, girls who make bad decisions with their bodies, and the fathers and or uncles that made them that way. And we wouldn't be a show without alcohol, marijuana, and coffee, the lifeblood of this program. If you liked what you heard and want more, like and subscribe. Comment and let us know what you thought. If you're on Facebook and want to join the party and become a fellow dreg, we're at TF and WTF Ever. All hate mail can be sent to tkothepodcast@gmail.com. We'll be back next week with some more nonsense.
He'll leave that in there for you.
Fucking hail Hasbro, bud!
What? I got these cheeseburgers.
Yeah, it was a good time, Darius. Thank you.
That was.
That was fucking awesome. Maybe it's because I've had like 6 drinks, but it's awesome.
I'm gonna cut my pants like that tomorrow and see how I do at work.
Oh.
Dude, I'm
Man, my nuts would just be my nuts would be like
into the bedroom.
My nuts would be split and hanging over the edge of that shit.
Fuck yeah, they would. Especially if it's a nice warm day.
Oh man.
Make customers pay you to put more on.
Exactly. That's how I do it anyways, man.
Like I came in here to buy a fucking chain, dude. I don't want to look at this fucking dude.
Give me $100, I'll stop. For an extra 20, I'll take my hands out my pants.
Do like a Kickstarter for an extra 300. I'll unlock the door or the window so you can escape.
Yeah.
Hey, this was a completely like off the rails show, but
yeah,
that was awesome.
You know,
it was
so
fucking
funny.
awesome, dude.
Those are the best shows. Is the ones that go off the rails, man.
The 3-hour shows are my favorite. I mean, before I came on the show, I've listened to every one, and the longer ones are my favorite. And it's because there's usually more to talk about. It's more in-depth.
Usually we get really fucked up on those too.
Yeah, and that shit's great.
You know, and I always tend to go off the rails on podcasts when I'm on. So I always try to stay focused, but when something I get passionate about, I'll just keep on going.
At least we didn't bore you like we did last week, yes.
No, you didn't bore me last time.
No, not last week. Our guest was, I could tell, was bored.
No, Pinkerton was bored.
Yeah.
Last week was Josh Fisher, man. He had a good time.
No, yeah, dude.
Yeah, not Josh
last
Fisher.
week,
I'm
dude,
sorry.
We had another 3-hour show.
That was cool.
That was another 3-hour show. That guy was fucking balling as fuck.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And I had a blast. But, dude, Darius, I'm going to go ahead and make you a friend of mine now. We're friends.
Yeah. Oh, look at that. You can sleep at night. You have been bestowed the friendship of Dustin Anderson, former fucking convict and grass cutter.
Yeah. Me and Darius are riding the TF.
Yes,
Dude,
sir.
Like I said earlier, like we can be secret friends if you want, but I'm only gonna bring your name down.
Nah, it's all good. I got Justin I got Justin Christian on my
Oh, I'm worse than him. I'm just not as vocal.
All right, well, I gotta go. I removed the baseboard heater from the wall earlier, and I somehow.
You just live in a fucking shithole out in the middle of nowhere, or what?
All right, officers, look for the body first there.
The house hasn't been updated since '74 when it was made, so I pulled the baseboard heater out, and I somehow disconnected all the electricity to the back porch. I don't know.
Have any of you guys
probably
seen
should have
that?
had a guy like me there to help you, you dummy.
Have any of you guys seen that new Resident Evil game? You guys played it.
Yes, I haven't played it.
They filmed all that on Tyler's farm.
Yeah, okay. They might have, because I will not, I'm on the back porch right now and it's dark outside. I will not go back there.
It's haunted as fuck.
It's pitch black, and I hear, throughout all my life, I've never heard noises that these animals make back there ever.
Pussy. Go out. You need to get yourself at least a little 22 rifle and go out there and start firing at them little fuckers, bro. You can go to Walmart and buy one in 3 days. Costs like $100.
It was like the other night, it was all quiet, and then all of a sudden I hear a bunch of sticks breaking and trees rustling. I hear growling. Yeah, and it's no, I'm not. No, I'm going inside. I don't want
to swing a fucking American flag and go, fuck off, America.
No way.
Sure, that'll work.
Yeah. They've been spotting black bears in this area, so I'm not playing around out here at night.
Hey.
Kick that fucker right in its head, and then go right back inside like it never happened.
Just spook the bears. Get some pans. Go. Gang.
Oh, Chris, you're still here? I thought you were bailing out.
Just go out there and pull your pants down and scream.
You keep talking, I can't stop because I record all this shit.
Anybody want a 2000? Anybody want a 2007?
None of this is worth recording.
Oh, yes, it is.
So, Darius, is it true that the IW license is being dissolved with Hasbro end of the year?
No, because they just recently, I think last year or the year before, just extended it another 10 years.
Oh, okay. So then what was that? Who is that other person talking about? It's going to be done at the end of the year that we had on?
I don't know who said that, because I haven't seen that post. But I know that they extended it because they had a big success with IDW for the first 10 years, from 2006 when they got the licenses to do all the Hasbro stuff. And now that we're expanding the brands with Power Rangers, so for now, Power Rangers is still going to be with Boom Studios for the comic books, but at some point, I think they will be going to IDW at some point. But no, IDW is going to start doing a new G.I. Joe comic book. Recently, the new Snake Eyes ongoing solo series with Larry Hama writing it. So,
are we still going to get, do you know if we're going to get Casey Collard drawing or being an artist?
That I don't know yet.
All right. Yeah, that's well, make sure that keep Livio Ramondelli away. That's his art hard to look at.
But they got rid of a lot of writers and artists that had some issues with the fans, with their political views. So
come on. Seriously, that's kind of what Chris was talking about earlier. That shit's stupid.
Well,
no, that one guy said something really fucked up.
Yeah, the Abby Stilson dudes, Audrey Abby or whatever, he said some fucked up shit. And the other guy, I didn't agree with, but it wasn't so bad, But the other dude, to me, it felt like he was just an undercover fucking skinhead, So
yeah, I was the same way. I was like, yeah, people are too sensitive. Then I can't remember now because I was drunk, but I looked into it, and I remember how I felt.
Because he was drunk. He's always drunk.
No, I remember, I was like, man, that guy is a fucking fucktard.
Hey, Darius, quick
Yes.
question.
I really don't read into the drama that much, so I don't know.
Go ahead. What's the question?
I got one last question. Then I'll leave it alone.
No. I said
what
no.
is-
I don't read into the drama that much, so I don't know.
All right, but Dustin, you have a question, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It's the last question.
You can ask. You can ask me all the questions.
I wanted to ask you earlier.
Ask any question.
What is the highest grossing numbers toy-wise in Hasbro at the moment?
Ooh.
My Little Pony.
No, it's not.
It's
it can't.
I believe it's. Is it For Real Friends?
Really?
I think it's the For Real Friends.
It's not like Marvel Legends or something.
No.
Black Series Star
Wars?
Wars?
Or Star Wars?
No. But it depends. You saying all gross for the top selling toys for Hasbro? Now, if you tell me
I'm saying at the moment,
at the moment, but no, for the moment, like now, because we have departments, so I can tell you what is the highest for which department, right? But
okay,
as for all over, okay, for boys' toys, it is definitely currently Black Panther was high up there for a while, and then it went back to the Star Wars figures.
So basically, Marvel Legends and like 6-inch figures in general.
No, not the Marvel Legends. It's the like the kids Black Panther toys, like the 4-inch, 5-inch stuff, that stuff. Yeah. Because
you mean the little like Dollar General stuff?
Not the ones that sold the Toys R Us, your like their, let's say 5-inch figures with like maybe 5 to 9 points of articulation. Those type of figures.
Like the basic Transformers doing like the little Build-A-Figures and shit.
Yeah, like the basic figures, basically. That's what we call them, right? Like Marvel Legend is a niche market. So we don't consider them, children's toys because we know more adult collectors and young adults.
Well, because half the kids that see a Phoenix character, they're not even know who the fuck that is.
Yeah, a lot of the characters that they see there, if it's not your Spider-Man, your Wolverine, your Captain America, and all that,
Black Panther, Iron Man, yeah.
Right, because see now, let's say a parent goes and says, a kid say, "Hey, Mom, I want a Black Panther figure," right? They go to Toys R Us or whatever store, and they see the Marvel Legends Black Panther for $25. Then they see the basic one for like $9, $10. They're gonna get this 8-year-old kid a $10 figure because they're not ready enough to take care of a $20 figure.
Yeah.
So that's how.
That's what I was saying earlier. Like, you guys do all this testing with like children, but like, how often do they actually take like feedback from the actual collector world that's actually buying those fucking figures?
A lot. We do. We get the feedback from Q&A sessions, from conventions, from
Comic-Con. Why does it take so goddamn long to get a goddamn cable or whoever?
Well, few reasons why. Because again, it took forever to get a goddamn cable because Marvel was feuding with Fox for a very long time for the X-Men license and the other licenses to try to get it back. So
now they got it.
I understand that, but at the same time, they got an opportunity to make money. Like, why don't they both jump on it? Like, come to an agreement and be diplomatic about it.
Well, we tried, but Fox wasn't being diplomatic about it,
And they're assholes.
And
they fuck everything up.
So Marvel and Disney was backed against a corner. So they said, well, you guys don't want to play ball and be cool. We're not going to support anything that you guys do. So you guys can make all the fucking, X-Men movies and Fantastic Four movies you want, but we're not going to make any action figures or we're not going to make any media to support it. No TV shows, no toys, not even a fucking Happy Meal toy. You know what I mean?
I even want a Happy Meal toy, that newer Fantastic Four Doctor Doom. That thing was horrible.
Right? So That was the reason why they did it. And unfortunately, the fans hurt more. The collectors got hurt more because of this decision. And then when we see that what was happening, and then he said, well, you know what? We can make X-Men figures, but we're not going to make the movie figures. We're just going to make the comic figures. And we're going to make X-Men figures from like way in the past and shit, like, you know, obscure characters or, you know, characters 25 years ago and stuff like that, you know. So you guys get your X-Men figures, and yet, you know, Fox can't cash in or tie in. See, that like the perfect example, the Apocalypse. If fucking Fox played ball, that Apocalypse wave would have been out years ago with that new Apocalypse figure. So that's why we released it now, because now it doesn't make a difference now.
I've got a question for the Marvel Legends group.
Go ahead.
Where did my internet go?
I have no
It's not yours. I think it was Ryan. Yeah, I think it was Tyler's.
I thought it was Tyler who had.
While we're waiting for him
disappeared.
To come up, I do have one small question.
Okay.
Do you know the fucking dude who heads up fucking Transformers thing? And is he, if you know him, like really just a fan because he's making every fucking character there ever was?
John Warden is a fan. Yes. I've worked with them a lot of times with engineering on things, on past Transformers figures. And he is a fan. He's been a fan when he was a kid. And John Warden worked on G.I. Joe for a long period of time. And his dream job was Transformers. So sometimes he's a little bit dickish at times. But if you know the guy personally, he's a pretty nice guy. But
like
he
Greg
was...
Sullivan.
Exactly.
Jesus Christ, man.
Come on, big boy. There's my dog. Come here. Come up. I think it's bedtime.
All right. Now I'm going out. See you guys.
Yeah, I'm out of here, too. I'm going to bed.
All right, guys. Have a good
night.
night.
Darius.
Night, guys.
No
See ya.
All right, guys. See